at the air. Look at the hang time.
People always debate it. Who's the greatest player of all time? Dumb question. It should be, who's the greatest team of all time?
WGAG Radio.
Sorry, Showtime.
WGAG Radio.
Back to back.
WGAG Radio.
First three-peat.
WGAG Radio.
Even with the flu.
WGAG Radio.
No push-off. WGAG Radio. And my favorite. Radio. Tough to beat that. What? You think there's someone else? Prove it.
Look at the air. Look at the hang time.
Don't fly. Ladies and gentlemen, if I look on it like sunrise this evening, I'm in sunrise. Y'all dig me? You motherfuckers is looking beautiful. It's a motherfucking night. I don't know. Look around and understand this is in the pandemic. You understand me? This is really motherfucking happening. They said why? Oh why? Would you hit there and stop? Ain't nothing like Florida. Can I start there? That ain't. I done traveled all across the motherfucking world. Nothing is like hitting this motherfucking panhandle here. Do you hear me? You'll see some shit in Florida you not gonna see nowhere the fuck but here. That's not what's gonna surprise you. To everybody else, it's gonna be normal. That's Florida. They got different shit. Wherever you from, you think you have seen weather before. You feel like you have dealt with rain before. Florida's motherfucking rain don't give a fuck about you. What you got going on. What it look like outside. What the weatherman said. What the... I was supposed to be here for 4 weeks. I brought 400 outfits. I ran out of clothes 30 days ago. Do you understand me? That means in Florida, you could change your motherfucking clothes 4 times and not have went anywhere. I said to myself, I'm gonna walk the dog, then check the mail. Don't seem like a full day, does it? Oh, why? Would you hit there and stop? I'm gonna walk the dog, then I'm gonna check the mail. Watch what happened in between that. I was dressed, I took the dog. We are walking. It rains before we can get to where we are going. No problem, it rained. We run back home. I put on a sweatsuit because it's raining the fuck out there.
That's so crazy.
Fuck it, he gotta be walked the short walk. Now let me get the mail. I'm going to get the mail in the sweatsuit. The rain stops, the sun comes out. It is now 97 degrees. And I have on a whole sweatsuit. Now maybe you don't know me. I am the sweatiest comedian that God ever made. Do you hear me? So now I'm in a sweatsuit. It's 100 degrees. I'm coming from the mailbox. I go in the house. The air conditioner is on because it's 100 degrees outside. So now I'm wet and freezing. I now change clothes again to finish walking the dog. I am 4 out 15. I ain't went nowhere. Whatever you used to, Florida is not that. I have traveled the whole country. If you tell me what the speed limit is, I can tell you what the fuck to drive safely. Anywhere in America, that bitch say 65, you can do 74. It say 70, you can do 75. You can go all across this country, and what I just said is true. Try that shit in Florida and see what the fuck will happen to you. We found out the hard way. The motherfucker speed limit said 70. We put the cruise control in 75. Got in the fast lane. Look at the people from Florida. What? Anywhere in that country, nobody laughs at that, yes. You should be in the fast lane, you're speeding. Nigga, we couldn't even do 75 in the fast lane wrong. It was so many cars backed up behind us the first 30 seconds, it looked like Rolling Loud was in this bitch. So we had to get over to the next lane. Now we in the next lane doing 75. Motherfuckers is passing us so fast that they are almost killing themselves to get in front of us. They are anytime you see a motherfucker passing a motherfucker while they are passing a motherfucker, that's Florida. Long story short, we got all the way to the slow lane. Doing 75. Do you know the number of cars with their hazard lights on that went the fuck past us looking at us aggressive and shit like, you are holding up shit. Everything about Florida is different. Every state got gun laws. You know what Florida's gun law is? You better hurry up and get one.
Yeah, for real.
You cannot do that in Florida. They say in other states, a group of people you can fuck with. There are no groups of people in Florida that it is safe to fuck with. Not in Florida. If you see a crazy white man, you gotta leave him the fuck up. Everybody got killers that's white men. White men in Florida, they tell you they got to move the other bodies to put your body in. Do you understand me? Fuck out of here. Florida crimes don't even get solved. Have you noticed that shit? They just report on that. That's it. Do you know why? Because the description of the murderer sounds like millions of other people who did not do the murder. What did the killer look like? He's about 5'6", 5'8", 126 pounds, had dreadlock hair in the shape of a tree. He had gold and diamond teeth. And he had on $600 shoes. Well, we'll get right on that then. Everything in Florida is motherfucking aggressive. You go in all the states. All states got mosquitoes.
Obviously, that's different.
Yeah.
We all know that.
I don't give a fuck, you go every state get bit. Come here with that bullshit. They got a screaming patio at the homeless shelter. I'm not saying that y'all mosquitoes is disrespectful. I'm just saying I'm 5'5", 145. Where I draw the line is when the mosquito lifts your arm sleeve. Everywhere across the country, the mosquito bites you through your clothes. This mosquito done moved my sleeve. Some of y'all ain't never been outside of Florida. You think this shit is natural, don't you? Look at you. A mosquito is not supposed to rub alcohol on you before he bites you. This is what I'm trying to say about Florida and Florida. The reason I love Florida and started my tour here is because the Lord told me to. A lot of y'all don't know how the law works. I was already on probation in 2 states at one time. Called an interstate compact. One of the states who I will not mention said we don't want to deal with this nigga no more. He needs to find another state to take his motherfucking probation. And I got on my knees and I said, Lord Jesus, on your servant. If I'm only guilty of smoking your creation, Lord. Hallelujah. And Florida took a nigga in. Florida Department of Correction said, we'll handle that nigga. We got plenty of there. And Florida took a nigga in. Florida Department of Correction said, we'll handle that nigga. We got plenty of there. And I was worried because Florida took a nigga in. But it felt like a setup every step of the way. I said, when do I sign up for the probation? They said, after jail. I said, where specifically? They said, with the sheriff. So now, long story short, I get there. I'm apprehensive. I'm smoking what very well may be the last one I ever see for the next. Let me tell you what Florida did for me. I gotta testify to the glory of his name, and I won't let Satan stop me no matter what. I'm gonna testify. I said I went on my first week of probation, and not only did they put a nigga on probation, they gave a nigga a medicinal marijuana card. Do you hear me? and that bitch looked like a baby dick. You should have seen me when I came out of the probation office. You would have thought they were giving away bigger dicks than that the way I came out. I came out of the probation office like this. I'm so tired. Yeah, all the niggas provide. Shit ain't inside. All my niggas lying, the president be lying. I got top niggas wrong when I'm flying. Put this outside in the sky. Shit ain't inside. All my niggas lying, the president be lying. When I tell you niggas, I have been the goodest nigga I have ever been in my life. Do you hear me? I was on probation in Georgia. Them niggas had me on 2 wrist bracelets, 2 anklets. They had a dog tied to a nigga's belt. They didn't even check my pee. I peed in the toilet and automatically went to the department. If I passed, they said, you need to drink some more water. You have passed. Let me flush it. Fuck you, man. Probation and I can smoke in a pandemic. Nigga, I was the goodest I ever been. Think of a good nigga, I was good than that. I'm the only nigga in Grand Theft Auto stopping at the stop signs. I'm playing Fortnite, applying for a builder's permit. I'm the only nigga on Warzone knocking on the door before I come in. Only the gamers got that. Now, 1 or 2 things happened. I can't go further without telling y'all that I didn't think I was ever gonna see y'all again. The pandemic had me convinced Satan was at my house every day. You know that you never come alive, don't you? It'll never be what it was. I was just in the house sad, thinking about y'all and shit. I miss 2,000 motherfuckers and I need to see them right now. Just in the pandemic, you was free to listen to all the songs you was too ashamed to listen to. The truth of the matter is, I'm here for a very important reason. I did not come to play. This bitch is called World War III for a reason. But in order to say what the fuck I got to say, I needed my people to be in the motherfucking building for me to feel free. To say what needs to be said now. I don't want to hold you. I got all different types of people. White people is in the building, make some noise. White people is in the building. White people ain't been that proud behind their masks for a month of Sundays. You hear me? Thank y'all white people for coming to another minute event. We appreciate that shit. Okay. Oh, watch this. Hispanics in the building make some motherfucking noise real quick one time. You felt the vaccination. You feel that love. Haitians in the building make some motherfucking noise. I need you. Este es un viejo problema de normal shit. Paga my problem. Paga my alegría. Jamaicans, are y'all in the building? Make some motherfucking noise. I'm just showing out now. The most important thing to me, ladies in the building, make some motherfucking noise. I I am risking death itself to get back here to smell the beauty of your breath, ladies. I appreciate you for coming out, and thank you. Where's all the fellas in the building? Make some noise, fellas in the building. Everybody sounds healthy and healthy. I had to get my people in here, the cream of the crop, to let you know that sometimes the shit you think is coming is already the fuck here. Now, I'm gonna say something simple, but just remember it, we're gonna come back. If you love the truth, make some motherfucking noise if you love the truth. Keep that same energy. Don't play with me, stay with me. You heard what I said in the back, didn't you? Don't play with me, stay with me. You said you love the truth, remember that. Where's all the liars in the building? Make some noise, liars in the building. Respect to you as well. World War III, folks. This war is not going to be bombs or tanks. None of that shit. World War III is you figuring out that there is no little lie. There are no little lies. The lie is the enemy of us on truth side. So you gave me permission to gangbang for truth. Cause there's some shit going on that's beyond fucked up. And they don't want to tell us about it. But war has already been declared. During the pandemic, I wasn't on social media. I was on triple probation. So you know how you post something that you want people to see? I got the feds watching me. What do you think I want them to see? Not a goddamn thing. Check my social media, you'll see. But the truth is, it's a fucking war. And you think a lie is simple. But every time a lie is told, millions of people make millions of fucking dollars. And every time a lie is told, the people that think it's true, all of them lose. That's the truth. So now, we going. See, you're not here for no reason. This ain't just you came to a comedy show. Granted, this has already been the greatest comedy show known to man before I came out. That's a fact. We witnessed that. But some of y'all, my people, have been hearing your whole life. The truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. But we can all admit that we ain't all fucking free. Now, Satan wants you to think that means ain't no power in truth. No, that ain't what it means. It means you ain't had enough truth to motherfucking be free yet. Somebody under the sound of my voice is 8 truths away from being free. Somebody is 6 truths from being free. Somebody down here is 4. Touch your neighbor and say you don't live near me. If you are 2 truths away from freedom, you gonna be free when you walk about this bitch tonight. Yeah. Watch this. This one is for somebody in the back. Stop building up what's breaking you down. Shit, can't say it one more time, would you? Stop building up what the fuck is breaking you down. I'm not saying you can stop it. Look at it. Because whatever your relationship was in the pandemic, it either got strong or Boy, it got weak in the motherfucker. Some of y'all can't wait for school to be real. Damn, we didn't know it was this much work. Some of y'all went right to the school and kissed the teacher in the mouth with the mask on. Some of y'all was struggling like hell trying to keep up. You left with a 6th grader and returned a 3rd grader. This nigga done forgot all the shit he knew before you left. But the whole thing is, they want to tell us lies so that we will not focus on the truth. Sit. Watch. They got everybody convinced that there's 24 hours in a motherfucking day. Everything in your being, everything in your fiber, everything in your body and spirit tells you there ain't no 24 hours. There's no goddamn day. The fuck is you talking about? How the fuck a squirrel know how many hours it is and you don't, bitch? Time. 7:30 goddamn morning sun up. 7:30 goddamn night sundown. How many hours is that? Cause that's what the fuck day is, bitch. The other thing is night, bitch. No. It's 24 hours in a day, folks. Now the question is, why? I'm gonna say it one more time for you, ma'am. Why? That's the other part I love about Florida. There's some shit people in Florida say. Nobody anywhere else says it but them. You gotta be from this side to even say it. But they say it so convincingly that even though you don't know what they mean, you want to know. Everybody in Florida has this thing, I can't even really do it, so I ain't from here, but they do it there. You already know what the fuck going on. I can't even say it right. They got too many A's and W's and U's and fuck. It's not. They don't even say that with other shit. But fuck, they say folks. You already know what the fuck. They don't even say drunk like that. They don't go drugs. But they will look you right in your face. You already know what the fuck going on. And if you ain't from there, if you're a tourist, they can actually hear you say, what the fuck is going on? He thinks I already know. Already know what? I just got here. See, you did that now. They want us to believe that there are 24 motherfuckers hours in a day. So you will be okay with giving away 8 hours of your day to another motherfucker. At 24, you say, hey, well, that's only a quarter of the day. If it takes your ass an hour to get to work and an hour to get back home, how many hours of your 12-hour day have you given the fuck away to another motherfucker who is not you? Just so you know why it feels so fucking odd to you, is they call us this at kids. They didn't wait till we was adults and explain it. We 5 years old, they waking us up at 6:30. You grown now. What job make you get up at 6:30 in the morning to begin at 9?
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Shit we do to the kids. But they tricking us in every way. I was on motherfucking pandemic quarantine. I went undercover, motherfuckers, for the people, for the culture. I infiltrated the Illuminati.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was doing on pandemic. Broke the fuck in. Come to find out COVID to wipe them bitches out. Well, nobody in the Illuminati over 27 years of age. It's just a bunch of kids in there. They don't know what the fuck they doing. I got all the secrets, and I'm gonna share some of them with you here tonight. But you are gonna hear some shit that's gonna change your motherfucking life. And I'm just sorry that you had to get this shit from a raggedy ass comedian instead of some scientist or a doctor or an astronaut. They don't never want to tell us the fucking truth. Let me start off by saying I love the vaccine. If there's any niggas in here selling a weed variety that is called vaccine, I will gladly take some vaccine.
We buy vaccines.
I ain't got no problem with a fucking shot. Give a fuck. When I take my dog to the veterinarian, I get the same shots my dog get, bitch. He get a rabies shot from me too, motherfucker. I'm more likely to like somebody than my dog is. I'm quick, bitch. If you travel to other countries, you gotta take shots anyway. So understand, I do not have a fucking problem with the vaccine. What I have a problem with is motherfuckers doing shit we have never seen them done before. And then acting like it's some normal, regular shit. No, fuck is that? They tell me that the globe got together and decided we should make a vaccine to fight a disease that was globally affecting all of us. What fucking globe? This one? This motherfucking globe never got the fuck together to decide that all motherfuckers should eat yet. You said we all decided to take a shot at the bird. There are people starving to death in it. There are people starving to death on this globe right the fuck now. And everybody in here has 26 food options available to them within 2.6 miles of their house on their phone, and can call someone who can make food, then hand it to another person to put it in a bag, then hand it to another person to put it in a car. Since when? COVID ain't the only motherfucking thing contagious, bitch. We ain't never cured not one goddamn contagious thing. A yawn is contagious, bitch. If your dog yawn, you go yawn. It's embarrassing. Motherfucker, go to your bed. I'm not even sleeping. What the fuck? I don't want to get into your personal life, but have you noticed that since you heard the words COVID-19, not you or nobody you know has caught the cold or the flu? supposed to be explosions and shit. Wait till y'all come tomorrow. I'm gonna have an explosion. I say shit like that. Motherfuckers tell us anything. All the doctors of the world got together and they worked on this and came up with the vaccine. Well, why we ain't seen it? Then they tell us all of us gonna have a vaccine. Then we find out that every country got their own fucking vaccine. The fuck is you talking about? A whole portion of the globe is a third world country. That means you gotta count on your government that has not supplied you with food or motherfucking water or motherfucking paved roads or motherfucking sewers. It's not in charge of your life, bitch. In Haiti, they are putting Kool-Aid in the syringe. Do you know the percentage of cocaine in the vaccine in Colombia? 99.99.99%. You done tricked the whole world talking about it's for everybody. Fuck is you talking about? We would have believed you, but you picked the wrong goddamn companies. You could have picked Toys R Us and gave them the vaccine. These motherfuckers said Johnson and Johnson. Johnson and Johnson. The fuck? Johnson & Johnson is the laziest company you ever heard of. Johnson & Johnson's slogan is a family company. Bitch, we all from a family. Fuck you talking about? Fuck you won't give it to Johnson & Johnson. They gave all our grandmothers cancer of the vagina. And underpins and shit, because she was trying to stay fresh in church. To people of color, I only came for World War III because I need to stand before you and let you know that whatever your life is after this today, it will never be that again. The Bible told you last shall be first and first shall be last. And if you are a person of color, you have been last so long that the only thing left is first. And I wanted to let you know that that time is here. If you're a black person, it's time to be proud. If you're white or Hispanic or any shade under the sun, it's time to be proud. The Olympics just motherfucking happened. That's a time to be proud wherever the fuck you from. But if you are a person of color, I need you to stop being distracted. They got you thinking shit that is anti-black. If you are black, you cannot afford to be anti-black. Fuck you talking about? Did you see that goddamn Olympics? Did you see that motherfucking track and field? Shit has changed in the world. For my white friends, tell your communities, white friends, you have got to get your shit together. If you are a white American, use your privilege for this country. They caught y'all slacking, white people, at the Olympics. If you was a white person from America, you got your ass whooped at these Olympics. White women from around the world got together and said, we will not let Karen get a medal in this bitch. You a white American. You trying to beat somebody in a rowboat contest. This bitch is from Slovenia, Becky. You got a Tesla, bitch. She used a rowboat every. Yugoslavia was whooping the shit out of her. America was looking pretty and shit. But America, black people had your back. If you wasn't racist, you could be proud of melanin and these Olympics. They had track and field. It was 2 women from Jamaica next to 2 women from Haiti, next to 2 women from Trinidad and Tobago, next to 2 black women from France, next to 2 sisters from the United States. And I don't know who the fuck the cameraman is, but he is our type of nigga. He don't be at no other events, just the Olympics. He be right on the bitch's ass where you want him to be. All while she walking. He lay down in front of them bitches when they're in the front. It don't be nothing on your screen but pussy and potential. Don't be nothing towing yams in your screen. Black people, here's the trick though. Black people, here's the trick. They got you watching, picking your favorite nigga. I'm going for Jamaica. I'm going for the islands. Yeah. I'm going for America. I'm going for France. Oh, okay. But guess what the rub is, black people? They lied to us first. There ain't no race of motherfucking people called the Jamaicans, my nigga. Should have dropped that bomb, nigga. You hear me? I said there ain't no race of people called the Jamaican. There is no race of people called the Haitian or the Caribbean Islanders. Those are NLE niggas who live elsewhere. Right. So all of those people are really from Africa. So all of them medals. Watch when they put the list up, Africa be last with like 6 medals and shit, but the truth is that every fucking medal was goddamn African. White people, guess where y'all say y'all come from? It's a new world. They lie to you, but the lies be powerful. I told you 3 elections ago that in every election, whoever is the opposite of whoever the fuck is in is gonna fucking win. We went from exciting ass, crazy ass Trump to a weekend that burnt is so motherfucking quick. But fuck getting mad at Joe. If you mad at Joe, you don't love your grandpa. This nigga is kicking the shit out of Alzheimer's every time you see him. Joe Biden don't give a fuck what you ask him. He only answering half of it anyway. Joe, what do you think about immigration? Well, the thing is, like my mother told me, I'm going to tell you the thing about it is, it's just like this and it's just like that. The fuck y'all put this old ass man in this gangsta to criticize him. We don't like the way he left Afghanistan. How the fuck do you think an 84-year-old man leave a fight, bitch? He just leave. The Taliban came in, they didn't even use no bullets. They just walked in this shit.
That's fucked up, right?
I just wanted y'all to be able to get a look at the first 20 minutes of my show, and I didn't want nobody to see it before y'all saw it because I want to let y'all first know what the fuck I'm trying to do. Please give it up for all the comedians that y'all see tonight. Please give it up for yourselves. They told me, Kat, it's a pandemic. We'll say it's sold out if you can get 3,200 people in here. And y'all had 32 people in here so motherfucking mad fast. Them motherfuckers came back to me and said, Kat, we can't give you the numbers today. There has been a computer glitch. I said, what type of glitch? They started laughing. We put your tickets up for sale yesterday. The computer says 3,000 today. Look around, it's 9,500 motherfuckers in this bitch. I could not have done it without y'all. Thank you so much. I think Cat Williams, World War III. I thank you so much. Thank you for coming. God bless you tonight.
This is Queen Vita from Memphis 10, and you are listening to WGAG Radio.
Hey, this is Wing Chung of the TWS Archangels, and you're listening to WGAG Radio.
What up, this Young Mayhem, and you tune in to WGAG Radio.
This is Yusuf Bell with Private Side Solutions, and you're listening to WGAG Radio. Keep it locked right here.
Hey, this is Katie. Mama, listen to WGAG Radio.
Hi, this is Denise from Las Vegas, and you're listening to WGAG Radio.
This is Sabir out of North Carolina. I tune in to the Don Nicoleone Show, WGAG Radio.
Pick up your phone, request line.
Yeah, what up? It's the Gods, I Can Ride. WGAG Radio, live from Brooklyn, you heard?
Hi, this is Minesweeper from Houston, Texas, and you're listening to WGAG Radio.
What up, people? This is Ja Elohim Bay from Tennessee, and you are listening to WGAG Radio.
What they do, this humble, live, MIA. You now tune in to the Don Nicoleone Show on WGAG Radio, nigga.
This is 50 and retired, just outside of Chicago, and we listen to the Don Nicoleone Show on WGAG Radio.
Hi, my name is Wanda Braxton, and of course I'm chilling with my girl, Don Nicoleone. Hi, I'm Dr. Heavenly Counsel Mary DeMedicis, and I'm with Don Nicoleone.
I'm Renee Lawless, Catherine Cryer on Tyler Perry's The Haves and the Have-Nots, right here on the Don Nicoleone Show.
Hola, me llamo Tiana. Tú escuchas WGAG Radio.
This is Arrested Development, and we want to shout out WGAG Radio.
Right, see.
Hey. What's up, everybody? It's Dondria Nicole, and you're checking out WGAG Radio.
It's your boy Jahan Jones with WGAG Radio.
Hello, everybody. It's your girl, Demetria McKinney, letting you know that I am hanging out with WGAG Radio. Hi, we're Escape, and you know we're kicking it with WGAG Radio. Hi, I'm Evelyn Braxton. And I'm Trina Braxton from Braxton Family Values, and you are rocking it with WGAG Radio.
What up, y'all? It's Jermaine Dupree, and I'm chilling with WGAG Radio. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Ashley Love Mills, and I'm here with WGAG Radio.
Yo, this is Lorez Tate, and I love you.
What's happening, y'all? This is Ed Lover. You're listening to WGAG Radio. That's right. Keep it locked right here.
This your boy Tony calling from Memphis, Tenno. Yeah, man. WGAG motherfucking radio. Shout out to Don Nicoleone, the producer, the engineer, the creator, the inception maker. God damn it. The bitch walk a nigga from behind the 8 ball through the circle of time and deep in the reservoir of your motherfucking mind. So if you don't fuck with the Don and you don't fuck with WGAG, you're probably brain dead.
Love doesn't got the job done, okay? Love doesn't work. Religion doesn't work. Nothing works.
Hey, bitch, I do rich shit, huh? My money big, hey, walk with a limp, huh? I'm on some pimp shit, hey. He say you all about money, yeah. I'm on that cash shit, huh? I'm in my bag, bitch, huh? I'm on your ass, bitch, huh? I'm in that new shit. You on that last year, huh? Bitch, I do pimp shit, huh? Oh, you on simp shit, hey. He say you all about money, yeah. I'm on that cash shit, ah.
Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. Do you want your kid to grow up like the guys you hang with, that you chill with? Bill Gates doesn't hang.
Money good. I ain't gotta worry about shit. Money good. Ah.
Elon Musk doesn't hang.
Money good. I ain't gotta worry about shit. Money good. Ah.
Warren Buffett doesn't chill.
Money good. I ain't gotta worry about shit. Money good. Ah.
Henry Ford didn't chill.
Money good. I ain't gotta worry about shit. Money good. Ah.
Steve Jobs didn't chill. I don't chill.
Money good. I ain't gotta worry about shit. Money good. Ah.
Love doesn't got the job done, okay? Love doesn't work. Religion doesn't work. Nothing works.
Money good. I ain't gotta worry about shit. Money good. Ah. Aye. Money good. Throw up where I'm from, let them know I'm still hood. I ain't had to get nobody hit, but I could. Before I post a pic, should I flex? Yeah, I should. I ain't gotta worry about shit. Money good. Ride with some hitters and they wish a bitch would. I don't wanna argue about it, baby, I ain't good. If she got a fan, let her in, yeah, she good. I don't gotta worry about.
Please welcome Nefertiti, surviving the game. Surviving the game.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Let's get into this MoneyGram, tell you everything that's happening in the money world, right? How to get yours right, how to stack it, and everything in between, how to create it. Most importantly, it's the creation, the growing, and then what to do after that. Because you got to be able to create and you have to be able to grow and then retain and maintain and repeat that shit over and over and over again. All right, so let's start with the government. What's happening on their fronts out here? Because it's always important to know monetary policies of the federal government, right? Big Brother and all that shit. So let's get into it, right? Starting with unemployment, as many of you already know that they ended that as of yesterday. Labor Day is officially over. The pandemic, what is it called? Pandemic unemployment emergency. I don't know. I just really fucked that all up, but you get it. All right. It was federal unemployment insurance to put it in, to make it short. So that means about 9 million people lost it, right? I think that's what they 9 million people lost it. Those were people who got in under the federal program. So those were people who were self-employed, independent contractors. Yeah, that's what. And then everybody else, but it was specifically allowed those people who don't have W-2s to be able to collect, right? So that's over with. So 900 people lose that. And then there's going to be another 300. I think these are just regular people who lost their jobs from the pandemic. They lose the additional 300. So the states that actually everyone's state could actually supplement that if they want to keep people on unemployment payrolls. But I think, like I said, they're not going to do that, even though states so-called like California, I think California got their own little stimulus program or whatever the case may be, but there's every blue state, everybody that is a democratically run state. I'm talking about California. I'm talking about Chicago. What are the big ones? New York. I'm trying to think of in betweens. I mean, like Nevada has turned blue, but not really. You know what I'm saying? There's other states that are trying to turn blue, but those are the big three: California, Illinois, and New York, right? Those states all have surplus of budget. Why? Because when the Democrats passed this last big stimulus that they did, they made sure that every vote who was a part of their voting constituent by state got excess money from the federal government. And again, the top winners of that lottery was California and New York. So those two states, if they wanted to keep people with money in their pocket by way of either their own state stimulus like California does, or they continue to keep that additional 300 on them unemployment payrolls. But that, like I said, they're not going to do that, right? Between that and that moratorium coming off of evictions, it's just going to create a very big chaotic situation. And whether people know it or not, they like that shit. They love it. If you have all people in distress, they can create law that becomes law of the states. Right? I'm serious. This is how it's done. They doing it with this thing here, and that's what they do. The chaos brings order in the order that they choose to make. All right? So you got that. But here's something that they said could help people, right? These are some of the programs that can help people who are going to who lost all these benefits, right? There's something called the state eviction protection. So depending again where you live at, you will have the ability to basically protect yourself from getting thrown out. That the federal moratorium was put down, and here we go. States such as, this is so obvious: California, Illinois, New Mexico. They threw New Mexico in there, and New York all have eviction bans. Okay, so you ain't getting put out in Cali. You ain't getting put out in Illinois. You ain't getting put out in New Mexico, and you ain't getting put out in New York. It's a battle for landlords to get people out in those states. I know for a fact my state, California, has some of the strictest and strongest renters' rights in the country. You got to buy people out. And I mean, when you buy them out, you got to buy their ass out. Case in point, a couple in San Francisco who have been renting a high-rise apartment, who have been living there for 20 plus years. And the longer you've been a renter there, the harder it is to get you out. Okay, and if you are over the age of 55, those are hard people to evict in the state of California. So a couple who had been living in the city for hella years, their landlord wanted to sell the building, get them out. They were refusing. This is smart tactical shit out here in the state of California. I've had to buy out renters to be able to flip a house, but they got $570,000 to move to turn in their keys. That ain't a bad payout. That's not bad for a payout just to move out. But the apartment itself was worth millions. That's why they probably could have got even more if they stuck to their guns, right? But that's the kind of shit. So that will help people out there. Of course, what this is going to do is put a whole bunch of people on the welfare payrolls. They like people dependent. They love that shit because, again, that's good for their voting block. Voting for people who will rock with them. Because they're all about, Democrats are pretty much all about social safety nets. All right? And SNAPs, all that shit is all social safety nets. So you can go and get SNAPs. All right? Because why? That shit was increased during the pandemic. They put money in that shit, jumped up by 25% in their overall budget. And then for students, I guess, who struggling, I guess you can go get some help from student loan, the U.S. Department of Education, and then the enhanced child tax credit. Okay. The enhanced child tax credit are people who were already owed that tax credit after once you do your taxes, you get the one check. Usually you get about $5,000, $4,000. It's the thing that people used to love the hustle, when they were doing taxes and people was, fraudulently doing shit and be like, oh, I got kids. No, you really don't, bitch. Make your kids. That's your cousin kids. And then y'all gonna split the check. All right. That kind of shit. Right? Now what they're doing is making it a monthly stipend. So you're not going to get $3,000, $5,000, whatever. You're going to get a stipend every month of $600, right? Something like that. Yeah, they want to do something like that. Yeah, or $750, right? Every month. But here's the catch: what they're not telling you. When you exceed the money that you were already supposed to get from the feds, and you go over that, you are going to have to pay that money back. So your next year's child tax credit is going to be a little bit lower. They're trying to make this thing permanent. They're trying to make those child tax credits permanent. All right. So that's the kind of stuff that you got going on. All right. So that's going on there. Let's go about with this. This is big. This is real big because this is the introduction to the digitization of currency. And you always wonder who's going to be the first country to legalize tenure, real tenure with this crypto shit. Everything else is been about, trying to make money off of it, right? You can buy some things with crypto, of course, right? But if you've been listening to hot damn politics and everything else, you know what their end game is. It is the total digitization of all currency, end of fiat cash, and getting everybody on a digitized social credit system, right? So where is it happening first? Of course, it would happen in a third world country, right? Those are the easiest countries to manipulate, right? And take shit over by whomever they may be. El Salvador just became the first country in the world to make Bitcoin an official legal currency of their country. To put it in their laws, a Bitcoin law, to put it in their constitution and everything else. All right. The country bought up 21 million worth of Bitcoin. And as it becomes the first country to make it a legal currency. Right? Okay. All right. So yeah. So that's what you got there. That's a big thing. That's not to be taken lightly because they really want to impose this shit. And so let that mass experiment begin in El Salvador. All right. Impossible meats. Another part of that whole restructuring of everything and how people eat. Well, we already know they got the fake meats, protein. They got the fake beef. Well, here comes the fake chicken, and it has been instituted. It will be a chicken substitute in restaurants. All right. It's called it's called the meatless chicken nuggets, right? So we'll probably be seeing that in a lot of Chinese restaurants. Now that shit gonna be high though. It usually starts high and then comes down. They already it's already been regulatory approved from the European Union and in China. Of course, China loves fake shit. They give you fake rice, fake lettuce, everything else. So they don't mind feeding their 1.3 billion population fake shit. So that's where it's been regulatory been passed. It has not been. Has it been in America yet? I don't know, but yeah. But just know it's more of that coming on the way. They would for your 3D printing eating ass is what they want. All right. This one is interesting. I'm not gonna be able to go into it in detail. I'll kind of save it for the next MoneyGram. But this headline caught my eye. Hybrid work model could create a ghetto, warns a Harvard economist. Hybrid work could create a ghetto. All right, we know where the original ghettos come from. We know that that's a Jewish thing. We know where that comes from, and then it was then put down on. We know the history of it. Anyway, so we know what the hybrid model is. Hybrid model is a couple of weeks in office, and then couple of days a week in the office, and then the rest at home. I'm not. It's pretty in depth, so I'm going to save this article for later so we can examine it. But yeah. But you got that. I'm going to end it with this one. Okay. 4 keys that they say make successful partnerships. All right. If you're not into partnerships, I believe this can be applied to you as an individual. And I mean the levels of success in what you do, what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Your individual, whatever it may be that you're doing. But I think these tenets hold true. Number 1, real quick, is transparency. Transparency. Being able to lay out what it is you do. If you are an entrepreneur, you have to have levels of transparency. And back in the day, you can get away with not being transparent. You can get away with people not even knowing who you are, but your brand was enough for you to actually to conduct business, meaning that people just saw the name. But no, people want to see the person behind the brand. This is why social media, Instagram, all this stuff has become majorly popular. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's big because it's personal branding within the brand, right? So that's a big thing, and that leads to transparency. Also, if you are a service provider, being transparent on your process is big. Telling people so that brings a level of expectation. People know what to expect. All right. I can go deeper, but I'll hold it right there. Number 2 is trust. Remember, this is in relation to partnerships. If you were having business partnerships, of course, there would have to be levels of trust, right? Trust is earned in degrees. Hopefully, before you ever went into partnership with any individual, that you already had those degrees of trust already built up. You know what I'm saying? When you think of some of the great partnerships of business history, it's Elon Musk and his other homeboy when they created PayPal. They actually bought PayPal and built that company to what it became, and then they sold it. He went his way, Elon went his way, right? But they both left with a major, major bag, all right? But you got to have trust in that, because we're talking, big decisions are being made. And if you don't trust the person's mind, and you don't trust their ability to discern and and their vision and the direction, it ain't going to work. But you can have that trust within yourself If you don't fuck with partnerships, you have to trust yourself. You'll be surprised how many people don't trust themselves to actually make the right decision. Don't trust themselves and their ability to execute. All right. The next one is mutual benefit. Of course, if you got a partner, it has to be mutual benefit. No one's going to do anything for you when the benefit is not mutual to both people. All right. That's whole shit. That's whole pimp shit. Outside of that, you know what I'm saying? It has to be a mutual benefit when seeking an endeavor together. All right. Again, mutual benefit for yourself. Right. If you a solopreneur, you have to have benefit, meaning that it doesn't just benefit one aspect of your being, right? It has to benefit your health, your wealth, your mental, your spiritual. All those things are all mutual benefits from what you're doing. And the last one, number 4, is shared vision. You cannot row a boat, all right, when you got one motherfucker going this way and the other one paddling the other way. You have to have a shared vision, knowing that where you want to be, where the end game is, what the exit is. You know what I'm saying? All that has to be agreed upon before you ever start. If you are in partnership, you know what I'm saying? You have to be on one accord. This is the group. This is the mastermind thinking between a couple of people. One thing I heard, before I get out here. One thing I heard the other day, I was listening to a Napoleon Hill class that he gave in 1953. And he talked about the power of the mastermind. And he said the way you know that you have a true mastermind collective, whether it be 2 people or multiple people, he said you have to be so aligned, so in sync with one another that you're able to use the other person's spiritual. Check this out. This is what this white man said in 1953, that you are so aligned on the vision that you tap into the other individuals in your mastermind's spiritual powers. I said, ooh, shit. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I said, that's the dopest shit I've ever heard. Partnerships where you tap into the people around you, spiritual powers. That's how aligned you are. That's the dopest shit I've ever heard in relation to partnerships. But I understand how that can happen. But again, if you were a solopreneur, your vision has to be what you have to stick to your vision. That comes with trusting yourself. Don't divert. Don't let nobody take you off of your vision, because people will come along and say, no, you need to do this. Maybe you should do this. There's a difference when someone is adding to what the vision that you have, and then they can give you sound direction and guidance because they've been where you're trying to go. They've already been there, done that, got the T-shirt in the hat. That's a difference, compared to somebody trying to tell you which way to go and take you off of your vision. Now, if you want your vision to change, that's your prerogative, because you can do that because it's yours. It's for you to see, not for another motherfucker to see, but you. You know what I'm saying? So that's powerful. But I was jazzed in a motherfucker to hear him say, if you have a partnership, that you can tap into their spiritual powers to continue to grow the vision. That's all dealing with trust, of mutual benefit due to transparency. And with that, that's the MoneyGram. Let's get ready for the greatest show on earth, the Don Nicoleone Show.
We'll unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Don Nicoleone Show.
Oh, yeah. Y'all already know what time it is. The moment that you can put your hands together for the baddest bitch in Elmore, God, Nicoleone.
Kuluwm, I'm in the love of the all, and all love is in me. I am a part of the all, and the all is a part of me. I am one with the all, and the all is one with me.
I can succeed as a part of the all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in the all as long as my wish is to stay in the all. I'm never alone. The all is, I am. The all can, I can. The all does, I do. Kuluwm.
All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Don Nicoleone Show. Thank you, Neff, for that money ground. That shit was pretty hot and fast. That shit was good. Wasn't it, Boss Lady? Boss Lady was like, right now, absolutely, absolutely. Like, I was just thinking what Neff was saying, right? I had my own little thoughts about that shit. I was like, man, people, just about everything, like transparency, trust, mutual benefit, shared vision and shit. The majority of people utilize those 4 principles in relationships, not partnerships. And it all goes to shit. And it all goes to shit. Like, I was like, man, these folks don't know how to convert that shit over into a business-minded model. You know what I'm saying? They be discussing that shit in relationships and shit. Like they don't know. These motherfuckers don't know how to do that shit. Cause you have to be business-minded, man. That shit there's a motherfucker. You cannot be like in love with another motherfucker, man. Trying to make that shit happen with transparency, trust, mutual benefit, shared vision and shit. They always talk about relationships. As a matter of fact, I saw a post and it asked why relationships don't last. It was like 57 fucking comments on that bitch so far, right? I started typing the reason why. And I probably typed like 2 sentences and erased that shit. And I said, you know what? Fuck these fucking humans, man. And I was just fuck it. I'm not even gonna participate. And then I saw something today where they mentioned all the southern states are like the Bible Belt is a Bible Belt and list every fucked up shit that everybody has, right? And at the top of the list was divorce. You know what I'm saying? And I thought about that shit too. But it's interesting that all this psychology shit, all these relationship coaches, you know what I'm saying? These self-help ass motherfuckers, they always want to know why relationships end and how to make your relationship last. But interesting enough, listening to Neff today, I crossed the street to businesses, to business partners, right? And I said, how come nobody actually mentions that on business partnership? You know what I'm saying, Neff? I don't mention why don't business partnerships last? You know what I'm saying? Well, right. How can you make a business partner? Because at the end of the day, business partnerships do last. You know what I'm saying? They are Indeed. Like more committed, you know what I'm saying? More transparent, more trust, more mutual benefits, and more shared vision than 2 motherfuckers that wants to be married.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. So and that ain't the fucking problem. It is. I do know a lot of people, and one in particular finally told me what happened to them in business about a week ago, and they got a business partner, and basically the motherfucker fucked them. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So we know that shit happens, but no one actually. It doesn't raise an eyebrow to like articles and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? How can business partnership last, or why is it don't last? 99% of business partnership ends in separation. Like
right.
They don't do no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a different level of it's a different intelligence of separating in business. Like something that Neff said earlier was like, They got in it, Elon and Homeboy, and boom, made their money and went their separate ways. So it's like it's a different level of intellect of separation. They know what they're doing. They know the end game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They see that's a little bit different. Goddamn, these niggas be coming into relationships blinded than a motherfucker, thinking some shit gonna last forever or something stupid shit, but they don't have a contingency plan. They don't have an end game to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are we in this motherfucker for? Because they not mentally intelligent enough to see it as not just a relationship, but really all business. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
And they made relationships business like they, in other words, I'm business minded, right? And let's say I get with a nigga who just make a decent amount of money. Well, the way they pattern a motherfucker that's business minded in a relationship is more like a gold digger. You know what I'm saying? But if me and I don't know who in here, Bingy D, great day. If me and Bingy D become partners, business partners, then no one would see that I am more interested in making a lot of fuck. They wouldn't call me a gold digger. You know what I'm saying? If this was a business. You see what I'm saying? They wouldn't call me a bitch after your money. Oh, the bitch after your mind. Because she know you good with goddamn closing accounts and shit. Like, it won't be none of that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody says nothing. You know what I'm saying? But so in a relationship, it's like it's difficult for a business intellectual to be in a relationship with a motherfucker because you're going to get shitted on by the outside. But you're not going to get shitted on when you partner with somebody in business, because then they don't shit on you or that other motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, oh, the motherfucker only using you, bitch, because you good at data entry or some shit. Like, they're not going to say all that shit. So it's like a big difference in business. Everybody just watch and sees what the partnership will bring. But in relationship, everybody talking on the fucking sideline. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, everybody talking on the sideline about both of them motherfucking dummies. You know what I'm saying? But everybody's quiet when you partner. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying, when you partner in business, it's a little bit fucking different. A little bit different, but you and the person and the world, they just quiet than a motherfucker. Ain't nobody saying shit in your life right now. Ain't nobody gonna say shit about who you fucking with in business. You know what I'm saying? Like they after you or trying to goddamn use you or some old shit. It ain't like that. But in relationships, man, this is why they always want to say with relationships, the family came between us, the friends came between us. This was too busy listening to everybody. But it ain't like that in business. No, people with intellectual minds would want you to go and listen to a million different motherfuckers about this business.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
True indeed.
Yeah, it's not like you ain't got no business listening to Elon Musk, bitch. Like you got Elon Musk all in your motherfucking head. That's why we can't make no bread. Like this one can't come together. So the shit just be totally fucking different and shit, man. Like this is why I prefer business. You know what I'm saying? I prefer it because everybody is okay with you and your infidelity. Or your mission. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or your mission. Or you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you going, you know what I'm saying, to a business luncheon with one motherfucker. Your business partner's okay with that. That motherfucker is helping your ass. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you ask them this, make sure you say this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. And then you come back and report back, and it feels like no infidelity. There is no cheating. There is no low confidence in shit. Like, damn, they motherfucker might end up together. Them two motherfuckers might end up together without me, and I'm left with nothing. All this hard work I done put into this being a relationship. You know what I mean? They don't think like these fucking Lovers. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
In business minded, they don't think like these lovers. How lovers think. That's amazing, right?
Yes.
Which is, yeah. They don't think like that. They don't feel like they being left out or some old shit. It's just, so I was just listening to that shit. I was like, damn, the majority of these motherfuckers don't understand that shit because they use it in their bedroom. That's when they talk about transparency, trust, mutual benefit, shared visions. They don't fucking discuss that shit at a board table. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
On their kitchen table. You know what I'm saying? It's always some old bedroom ass goddamn chatter and talking and shit. They ain't ready for that. They have to break away from being lovers and shit. They got to break away from them goddamn monotony ass, same old ass relationship and convert what you know into business.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Convert that shit into business. It hit different. It feel different. It's more freedom in that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's more liberation in that shit than any goddamn thing. It's more trust in that motherfucker than anything. And it's a real confidence booster. Even if it goes sour, a business-minded motherfucker learns from it all. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
They'll learn from that shit. They'll learn from it all and shit. And they know how to bounce back so quick. You know what I'm saying? And just keep it pushing. That's a motherfucker. Yeah. But it's just as quiet as it want to be. That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Because people want love. You know what I'm saying? And love is, to me, love is lust. But I'm about to use love like this. Love is the act. It's the lack of intelligence, motherfuckers. Y'all can have that shit. Y'all can have it. Claim it as your own. Go around telling motherfuckers love and you piss them off. Love is the lack of intelligence.
Real talk.
If you love something, you lack intelligence about that motherfucker. God damn it, you ain't got enough intelligence. Yeah, that's like homeboy, like Dr. York told me. My problem is I need to have something to do, something to look forward to, and something to love, not someone. And that was my problem. Because them someones was trying to get me to love them, but I was so in love with the something that I love to do. You know what I'm saying? And that something I was looking forward to doing. And that made it difficult. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all don't even know that you're fucking like really business minded.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You have a business lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I mean, for real. A lot of us didn't know that shit. I didn't know that shit. I just knew I just knew with that the yearning, you know what I'm saying, to create, to start something. You know what I'm saying? Not a long-lasting relationship, though. Not a family. Not none of that. Let me put that on record. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know that that's what it was. I'm thinking I can have both. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking everything will be okay. And I realized that I couldn't have both. It never worked. You know what I'm saying? It never worked because I was more business-minded than relationship-minded. You know what I'm saying? You know, like I don't know how to convert my mind into you. I think about the needs of the community and convert that shit into a business license. I don't know how to convert what I know just into one motherfucker. It has to benefit everybody. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. That ain't me. That ain't me, motherfucker. Like, that's a motherfucker. But I didn't know that that's what I was always thinking, you know, like more like chess, you know, like moves to make.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
And yet, in the relationship, they was thinking on how to make moves on me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking like, nigga, this is how we can make moves together and make a fucking footprint on this damn planet, baby. But it don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? Then, of course, one of the things I heard Dan Pena say, but by this time, I don't fuck with nobody. Done with that life. When Dan Pena said, you in relationships, you got to get with people that understand focus.
Right.
That know what focus is. That's what that nigga, and that makes sense, right, Sweet Ocean? Not their own focus, but your focus as well. You see what I'm saying? That's the hardest goddamn thing, is that somebody could be in the relationship, focus on themselves, and they can understand their focus, but you and your focus, they lack understanding in. You know what I'm saying? So it becomes a conflict because they don't understand. They understand their own focus, but they have to learn to understand your focus as well. You know what I'm saying? And you vice versa. You know what I'm saying? But naturally, business-minded motherfuckers understands children focus, whoever's in the house focus, the other motherfucker, the adult focus. Anybody that's business-minded can understand focus. But a lot of these motherfuckers is not business-minded. So that's why the whole house gets to be in the uproar, be in a violent situation, because this one motherfucker is going around disturbing everybody's focus, but don't want his focus disturbed when it's time to be focused. So it's kind of, but they don't get it. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, a business-minded motherfucker, I'm a business-minded motherfucker. So, you know what I'm saying? When I see my children doing their own shit, I don't disturb them. I wait until they finish. You know what I'm saying? And they see that for me as well. They don't disturb me. They wait until I'm finished. Because you have to teach that shit. You have to explain that shit to a motherfucker. You got to understand focus. Okay? Right now, I'm focused right now. And I will always use that word to my children when they didn't know, you know what I'm saying? They figured they could just run up on a bitch. And I would say, give me a minute, I'm focused right now. Back the fuck back. That's what they were learning while they was younger, Neff. Focus.
Yeah, that's right.
Focus. Focus. Leave me the fuck alone, I'm focusing. Back. Go find something to focus on. That's what I'll tell them. You go find something to focus on. Leave me the fuck alone. I'm focusing. And by the time they all reach like a certain age, like 5 or 6, they knew how to actually go in their own shit and focus on their own shit. Right? They just knew not to fuck with me first. Then it'd be that one motherfucker. Boys take a long time for you fuckers to get the focus. It'd be the boy, because he doesn't know how to focus long enough, and he's disturbing the rest of the girls. And I hear, leave me alone, I'm busy. Say I'm not wrong. I'm focused. Why you fucking with me right now? Mama, Adelaide, this motherfucker, I'm gonna kill him. And shit like that, right? I am my goddamn shit. Which he had to learn focus. No, not the fuck, but focus is key though, like a motherfucker. That nigga said, look here, don't fuck with motherfuckers who don't understand focus. You know what I'm saying? Because like I may not be having I may not have no epiphany yet. No light bulb goes off. You know what I'm saying now? So yeah, I might just be in a relationship with some nigga, and then all of a sudden the light bulb come on. And now I'm focused on bringing that to make it materialize. You know what I'm saying? So it can come on at any given moment, you know what I'm saying, of your life and shit, right? But
Absolutely.
with the motherfucker that don't understand focus, man, it's going to be a problem. You know what I'm saying? It just popped up. It just came on, motherfucker. Leave me alone now. This is it. I'm about to submerge myself in this shit. You don't exist no more. You know what I'm saying? You don't exist now because the light bulb came on. You know what I'm saying? And then you find out that was you all the time. Then you now, you know what I'm saying, with yourself, by yourself now, and that light bulb stays the fuck on. And you realize that you are focused. Meanwhile, the motherfucking relationship is telling you that you need to focus. Focus, what? You find out that you done got goddamn 1 million things done in 1 fucking hour with that light bulb. You know what I'm saying? You got shit done in less than fucking time. You know what I'm saying? Boom, you just gotta start your shit. While other motherfuckers is at step 1, you already at step 20. Now how much focus is that? That shit is a motherfucker. Your shit booming faster. So it was never that. It's just that they didn't understand. They always want to make it seem like what you ain't really got, what you naturally have. A lot of people naturally have focus. But again, They use focus and energy, right?
Yes.
Synonymous with each other. Focus your energy on me. What? So you got to, for real, man, everybody would like a business-minded motherfucker, though. For real. Everybody like a business-minded motherfucker until the business-minded motherfucker is focused on business and not on your ass. You know what I'm saying? Everybody like a mama that's there until the mama get focused and not on your ass. Okay? I'm using female for a reason because I'm a fucking female and this is the goddamn Don Nicoleone show, motherfucker, okay?
Hey, Don.
But she never disturbed. She never disturbed. Say, hey, come on. I'm sorry now. I'm fucking on the road now. I'm fucking tired, drank. I got gas like a motherfucker. But something about that damn goddamn principles woke a bitch up. Go ahead, baby.
That's what's up. I got a question, and I got a comment and a question. First, the comment. You talked about the long-lasting business relationships and how there's so many of them, and they don't talk about them. The one that I can think of off the top of my head, Warren Buffett and Charlie Munger. They've been business partners for over 60 years. And what they built together is Berkshire Hathaway that holds total assets of $873 billion. They own equity in other companies of $443 billion. They have net income of $42 billion every single year. And that's a partnership that they had since the early 1960s. So they definitely work. If they have all of them elements. Right,
that's true love right there. That's true love right there.
And they in the 90s.
Shared
and they still rocking
that's
together.
Beautiful.
Doing sit down.
That's true love right there.
For real.
True love.
Okay.
Real love.
Then my comment is more of I want your insight. I want to know your take on when Napoleon Hill said, when you have a mastermind, when you are aligned with that partner or whoever it may be, or how many it may be, that you can tap into their spiritual powers, that you have the ability to tap into their spiritual powers. What do you think about that? Is that bullshit? Is it bullshit? How do you see it? What's your insight?
No, that's not bullshit. That's true.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very true. They do that in relationships too. You know what I'm saying? Outside of business is done. Unconsciously is done there, or consciously is done. They tap into someone's spiritual powers. You know what I'm saying? Because especially, in relationships, motherfuckers don't know that. It's kind of like what you bring to the table. Nigga, my spiritual powers, trust me, you going to be fucking draining the hell out of that shit in this motherfucker. My spiritual powers, nigga. You're going to be using that shit for a come up. You ain't even going to know it. That's how stupid you are. But anyway, everybody does it consciously or unconsciously. He said it so consciously to the ears of the unconscious that it can be done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, that it can be done. And it's so interesting because in the my art class now, that's damn near the same shit Dr. York said.
Okay.
He just said it in a different way. He said if your body becomes so damaged, you can go behind hydrogen, right? Get up the gases in the ether and use someone else's body to complete a mission. If your body becomes damaged. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you can always, so that's still like using their body or their spiritual body, the spiritual body or the physical body to complete a mission to get something done. But like I said, man, I've watched it. But when you don't know what you got, just like I didn't know I had the gift of focus, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. Anything that you got is going to be a problem for somebody. You know what I'm saying? That's an indication that you do have it. I just want to put that on record, right? It's going to get you later. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's going to be a problem. Yeah, because the whole time, for an example, you've been told that you need to focus, so you got a tunnel vision or a one-track mind and shit, right? And they're shitting on you. And the truth of the matter is you do. Because how the fuck you observing that and now you giving me problems about it? So now I say that they're based on the spiritual shit, spiritual powers.
Yeah.
Right? Your spiritual powers, right? Unconsciously, we don't know what we really got until someone makes it known in a very condescending way. You got it?
Yes.
Yeah, but we think that we don't have it because they're speaking to us condescendingly. You know what I'm saying? Something that we probably need to work more harder at or some old shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, which is I'm saying that's an indication that you do have it. If somebody is telling you something you need to goddamn be focused or working hard at something, that means you do have it. You do have it. You do have it. We're walking around here not fucking knowing what we got.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not knowing what we got. And ignoring what another motherfucker has or not paying attention to what they got. You know what I'm saying? So that we can actually utilize each other's properly. You know what I'm saying? Because listen, we are meant to be used, just not abused. You got me? It don't matter what it is, what area of life it is. I don't give a fuck if it's a relationship, businessship. I don't give a fuck what it is. We are meant to be used. The issue is, with Negroes, they prefer to use your genitalias. Because they always got niggas vibrating on the most cardinal level to use a motherfucker. And they miss the mastermind in that person. You got me?
Absolutely, say that.
They miss it because they're vibrating on their gender. You know what I'm saying? And they're not going up to the upper chamber, you know what I'm saying, to access all this untapped power that a motherfucker got. You know what I'm saying? So, you can just study what a mastermind is, and a master doesn't have to have a master degree from some cracker. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. You know, everything, they know how to maneuver through this shit. They're like a master chess player, not a master with a piece of paper. You know what I'm saying? That's what you get from them. That's what you use. You know what I'm saying? You don't use them to mastermind an egg sandwich for your dumb ass. You can do that yourself. You know what I'm saying? The mastermind, you know, I'm talking about like like my man Dave Parrish said, and he passed earlier this year, last year, big billionaire man. That's the guy that told me, now, if you got to work a thing the way it's supposed to work. That's him. Right. You know what I'm saying? You got to work a thing the way it's supposed to work. Okay? So now, what does that mean? Man look at woman like only thing the bitch is good for is fuck, cook, and chilling. That's not true. So you're going to miss the mastermind. You're going to miss being able to really use that fucking power, their spiritual power. You know what I'm saying? If you got the bitch in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? That ain't it. That ain't it. It's all from the stomach down they focus on, which is why we don't have a lot of billionaires. We got a lot of male and female Negroes in relationships, but we don't have a lot of billionaires coming out of those relationships.
Man, speak on it. Not many millionaires either. And just real quick, he spoke on that. I was listening to that old ass recording. He was talking about that when you have a true mastermind with your partner, meaning like your wife or your husband, when those two people have a true mastermind. And he spoke, and he was speaking on the power of the woman. He was like, when you are able to let her do her thing, she's going to make you better. And he built the example of his stepmother. He said, my stepmother was way better than my dad. He said, I would always wonder, how did you even pull her? He said, because she is the one who put him, got him to become the man that he became, cleaned him up. In that regard, knowing that who he was, but he was just saying that when you have a true mastermind partnership with your spouse, like you said, they'll come out of that relationship, like you said, wealthy, healthy, that whole thing. And that's it.
Yeah, all of the above.
And that's just strong.
Yeah, and the mastermind really is more focused on health first. You know what I'm saying? Because that mind is pure intellect, and they know without a healthy body or a healthy mind, there can't be a healthy body. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's impossible to, like Homeboy said, I think it was Jordan, the guy that you mentioned when I played that motivation shit. Yeah. That's why he said he noticed that everybody has a to-do list, but he saw something in all the great ones that they had a not to-do list. More than a to-do list. The shit they ain't gonna fucking do. And that's how you develop that mastermind. You know what I'm saying? Because now it deals with discipline. You know what I'm saying? Now it deals with conserving your energy. You know what I'm saying? It deals with you're not finna fucking argue with this motherfucker today. You're not gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? Because that mastermind is growing now. You know what I'm saying? You know, ain't no need to argue over who ate the last fucking chicken, motherfucker. I'm a mastermind. We don't fucking argue over cardinal shit. You know what I'm saying? We ain't finna argue over how long it's been since we fucked. The fuck is it? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, let's talk about how long it's been in our family bloodline since the last time we had a billionaire come through that motherfucker. Not when the last time we fucked, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk about when the last time we had a billionaire in our family. And a family tree or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And let's pull that off now. Something we ain't did in a million years, motherfucker, since we became cardinal. So yeah, it's like the conversation changes, and she does change them. You know what I'm saying? He right. You know what I'm saying? As long as she doesn't become him, she could change this motherfucker for the better. That's true. You know what I'm saying? Like that nigga said in the 9-ball. He said the woman is the driving force. You know what I'm saying? In the relationship. As long as he not telling her where the fuck to drive at, they gonna go straight to the top. As long as he's telling her which way to turn and shit. Turn left, turn right, stop right here. Red light. Shit like that. As long as he ain't saying shit, they going some damn where. Right. That's true.
And see, it pisses me off, Don, that how many motherfuckers, in particular Nubans who was getting the lessons from the master teacher, Dr. Yor, how they missed those aspects. Like how you did not, I think I said this before some time ago, how y'all missed them teachings. You want to know everything else. You want to know about Inky and the rest of them motherfuckers. How did you lose?
Either one, either two, and shit, and still can't be an Etherean.
Right.
Still don't know what it takes. Still miss the fact you got to stay up for 72 hours to be one. You got to fast and become light as a feather, motherfucker. You can't be eating hamburgers talking about you a goddamn Etherean. You can't be eating 5 times a fucking day.
Right. How did they miss the teachers, man? It blows my mind. And then I'm listening to Napoleon give them same levels. It's all ancient.
I've been saying it. I said all these men came with the real science for men to raise their ass up. They all came with it. They all came to help niggas. They didn't come to help us. We knew the truth. We are the truth. He said the woman is sound right reasoning. Get the fuck out of here. That's right. That's what the female is. She is Nuwapu. She is right knowledge, right thinking, right wisdom, right overstanding. Sound right reasoning, right action. She is. They came giving that shit to men. You know what I'm saying? To raise their ass up. It was all for men. I keep telling that shit. All about men. In the Bible. Okay, we see a nigga named Job. We're going to use this nigga. We see a nigga named Noah. We're going to try to make an example out of this nigga for everybody, for the rest of the men. We see a nigga named Moses. We're going to make this nigga an example for the rest of the brothers to follow. You know what I'm saying? It's just all this type of shit. Even in the scriptures, it was for them motherfuckers. The sayings, the words, the truth, to raise their ass up. Yeah, so they can no longer use their aprons. Think with their aprons. Become an esoteric being. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, to get back in the dark. You know what I'm saying? To balance themselves. All that shit was about their motherfucking ass. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, they came to save men. Meanwhile, men think that they come in our life to save us. You the one that needs saving, nigga. The whole male species been needing saving for 25,000 fucking years. 49,000. 50,000. Yeah. They all need saving. Your son needs saving, not your daughter. You know what I'm saying? It was never us.
Understood.
Yeah. That's why all of that shit is set up for their ass. Religion was set up for their ass. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They needed to raise the fuck up. They needed to see the real mysteries, the schools, the higher learning and shit. That shit was all for them. That's why they didn't let women go to school. It's like, bitch, you don't need it. It's that dumbass nigga you got. You're going to let the nigga in. You don't need no goddamn education, bitch. You is the educator. You is the teacher. It's that dumbass motherfucker needs to be the student.
Yeah. But I love how you always say, well, we get it, but we'll take that shit that they were supposed to get. We'll take it and then live it vivid. We'll take it and run with it.
Hell yeah. Because it's our science anyway. That's why it speaks to us. You know what I'm saying? That's why as soon as we get it, we got it. You know what I'm saying? We start to live it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The moment we believed Jesus was real, goddamn it, our mothers was like, fuck that. I'm not in no relationship with Leroy no more. I'm in a relationship with Jesus. Nobody got time for this nigga. We take it seriously. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah, we start saying we saving ourselves for Jesus. There's a wedding coming in the book of Revelations. The fuck are you talking about? I'm about to purify myself off and be ready to be married to the Lamb. Round this shit gets serious when the bitch. The fuck ain't about to be married to no goddamn dumbass motherfucker. When we get that shit, we get that shit. You know what I'm saying? When we get it on our own, though, with not the interpretations of man. You know what I'm saying? The whole time I was listening to man with this Dr. York shit. Men interpreting the truth and translating it and coloring the shit up. Completely still lost, Neff, until I did it myself. You got me?
Yes.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, I was still goddamn on Dubad Street on the corner. Can't get it right. Listen to all these motherfuckers. I said, let me sit my ass down and listen to the words that come out of this nigga mouth. And let me sit my ass down and read the words of the book that this nigga wrote and stop listening to these dumbass motherfuckers because I'm still on Dubad Street on the corner. Can't get it right. Their interpretations are corrupt. You know what I'm saying? And it makes the woman still corrupt. That's why he's so right about that in that fucking class. Jesus, the personal savior. He said, y'all like to color shit up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and if you try to straighten her, she'll break. Remember that? That one there, right there. You know, y'all want to color shit up. The words of, you know, like truth and laws and shit like that, or anything that can help the bitch, y'all will fuck it up. Because it suits your own shit. But that's all them niggas was doing, man. I was just fucking like, man, let me just goddamn stop this shit. And just only listen to this motherfucker. Why listen to low-life motherfuckers try to color shit up? You might as well listen to the word of God, right? Not the word of men. You might as well listen to the billionaire and not the broke motherfucker.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? You might as well listen to the motherfuckers that have really been there, done that, got the t-shirt and the hat. You know what I'm saying? Might as well listen to Jesus and not Paul and Paul followers. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just pay attention. You might as well, I always say, go to the source, right? That's how I learned that now. Stop fucking with these unsourceful motherfuckers and just go straight to the source. And that's when we start to live it vivid. You know what I'm saying? The bitches in church sit there and watch a goddamn and listen to a damn man just shuck and jive on Sunday. So she stopped listening to that nigga and literally take her time and read the fucking Bible and read the word of God. Her whole life will change.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's the point. That's what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? And let me tell you something. It's kind of like commentating or like ESPN Sports. The whole time these motherfuckers is talking about the ballers. the NFL players or whatever, right? I've never sat there and watched them niggas. I like to find when the NFL players have sit downs and questions and answers, and you get more truth from them. They're gonna tell you about their discipline. They're gonna tell you how hard it was in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end and shit. So you might as well go to the stores and stop listening to a bunch of motherfuckers at a round table talk. Because they ain't the motherfucker they talking about. So you might as well go to the person that they talking about and learn from them. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll find you'll get more from that. Yeah. I never listened to nobody talk about what Kobe. I went straight to Kobe. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah, like goddamn, let Kobe tell us what the fuck it is. Goddamn, I'm listening to 5 motherfuckers discussing Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Kobe the one with the pearls, if he's the discussion at the table. So that's the point. When women goddamn bypass man and go straight to God, she becomes God. You understand? Yeah. When you got to go over man. You cannot let man be the motherfucking middleman to your way of life, because you'll end up, if you ignore man and go straight to God, you'll get there faster. The only reason why women ain't got into their divinity yet is because man is in the way. See, listen to that motherfucker. If you're going to get your divinity by way of God, then you need to tell man to get the fuck out the way. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to get your power by way of God, you still got to tell man to get the fuck out the way. If you're going to get your knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, and by way of the most highest of highest, which is dealing with intellect, then you have to tell man to get the fuck out the way. And you'll end up receiving it way faster. It just takes a long time because man is in the way of our natural, true way of life. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's in the way. So, yeah, the pastor's in the way, all these women in church, and these bitches still on Dubad Street and can't get it right because they need to bypass that fucking man and go straight to God. You know what I'm saying? Boom, they become it. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. You know, if you want to be a teacher, you got to hang with teachers. You know what I'm saying? And the subject that you want to teach on is the subject of the master teacher of that subject. You need to be around that motherfucker. The students, your peers, is in the way of that. So you'll get everything faster than a motherfucker. This is why it's so slow for these bitches, because man is in the way. In the way of their business, in the way of their focus. You know what I'm saying? For real. And they are already the most intuitive and telepathically motherfucker you in the way. Yeah. That's why you cannot put that motherfucker in your way, in front of you. Tell that motherfucker get behind you. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Or, yeah, because it's in the way. I'm telling you. I mean, that's what the fuck it is. It's in the goddamn way. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a real mother with children and a husband, right, lose her fucking mind. I've never seen a mother, only with children, no man, lose her fucking mind. Her shit is clear. She know exactly how to run this motherfucker now. First, be a mother with a man, right? Then just be a mother without a man, and you'll find that you run that motherfucking house like a business, and your fucking kids are in goddamn training day. You hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
On the job, training like a motherfucker. It's a big goddamn difference. You know what I'm saying? Everything is more business-like. It's ran fucking smooth like a motherfucker. Ask me how the fuck I know. I mean, shit ran, for real, like that shit crisp. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Ain't nothing out of control like a motherfucker. Ain't nothing in disarray. Her mind is straight. Her mind is disciplined. Ain't nothing in the way blocking everything that needs to be done and how it needs to be done. Okay? I'm telling you, that's what the fuck happens. And I ain't shitting on you half-ass bitches, because you never lived that shit. So you wouldn't understand it. You ain't been a bitch. You ain't had a baby, motherfucker. You ain't been with no man and left the motherfucker, and know the difference of her mentality and how she runs that shit. You can give her 18 fucking kids. The bitch done lost her fucking mind with you. She leaves you and take the 18 fucking kids, get her own place. That shit look like it's a motherfucking well-oiled fucking ship. like all the motherfuckers know exactly what they need to be doing, how they need to be doing it, and they helping each other do it, and it's getting fucking done. Big difference. And that's the fucking truth. That's all I'm saying. That's the fucking truth. So, shit, man in the goddamn way. I keep saying that shit. This one half hoe and shit in the fucking way. You know what I'm saying? You want to get your mind right, you got to get rid of that motherfucker. That's the truth. You know what I'm saying? You want to focus better on yourself and your beehive, you got to get rid of that motherfucker. That's the truth. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I know about man, he don't know how to stay the fuck out the way. That's all regarding what's more important to you. The real most important to you. Not the fictitious, what you was taught by man to believe, ladies, what is most important. That nigga is not the most important. You know what I'm saying? He's not the most moving on. It's you. But he taught you it was him. So it's a big difference. When you break them fucking spells, and we do, that's us breaking the spell and everybody get upset. We break the spell, but it's about the children. Yes or no? It's about the woman. Yes or no? Come on. We in right knowledge now. We should know this shit. We ain't in religion, which is a punishment. You know what I'm saying? So, yes, the answer is yes. It's about her and the children, okay? And she needs to make it about her first so she can learn to teach her children it's about them as well. You know what I'm saying? Because most mothers in their right mind, they'll never interfere with their children's progress. Only when she's in a wrong mind, she interferes. She lacks focus because something happened. You know what I'm saying? The influence of man. You know what I'm saying? We check on you from time to time. We check on them. We don't disturb them, right? We check on them. We check on them. Go in the room. You good? You okay? I ain't hearing from you. Okay. Oh, I see you reading. Okay. Checking on you. You good? You okay? Okay. Oh, okay. I see you drawing. Okay. Oh, shit. You good? You okay? Oh, I see you cleaning your room. Okay. We're checking. We're just checking. The supervisor, the floor supervisor, we are that shit. But we don't disturb. We don't disturb. We just check. You know what I'm saying? Trust me. I've been a mother my whole goddamn life. I've been a half-ass mother because men was in the way. I've been a whole mother, you know what I'm saying, for longer than that because I can't keep a man. Because I'm more focused on that light bulb that comes on. You see what I'm saying? I'm focused on that light bulb. I ain't focused on your goddamn ass. Light bulb say get rid of this nigga because we got something greater for you and your babies. Don't matter who the fuck the nigga is. We gotta work on you. You know what I'm saying? Whoever this entity is, they are so more concerned about women because it's the same entity that comes in our life, P-Funk, comes in our mind, talks to us, you know what I'm saying, and say, we need you to get your shit together. And it can't get together unless you get rid of this motherfucker. It comes to us. You know what I'm saying? It comes to clean us the fuck off. It comes to show us the goddamn way. Because the way we been wasn't the right way. You know what I'm saying? It's a motherfucker though. You know? It's a motherfucker. I'm telling you, man, y'all got to hear more women call in and talk about that shit. You'll hear that shit. I ain't making this shit up, motherfucker. Even your mama probably would have said that shit, but she decided to believe in man and not God. Yet she thanks Jesus. That's what that shit be about. This is why she all fucked up now and shit. Why she died sick and not healthy. It's that type of shit. It's a lot that goes with that motherfucker. But it has to start at a very young-minded age. You know what I'm saying? Then you grow into that mind. You know, you grow into that machine. You know, you grow into that shit. So it's a beautiful thing, man. What up, Masani? How you doing? Miss Sanai? Great day, baby. But I don't know how I ended up with that shit. I think because it got down Napoleon Ness and shit, mentioning fucking women and shit. But scientifically and genetically, man has a bitch in him. That one X seeks to do the same thing you do. You understand? Seeks to do the same thing you do because of that one X. That's the only issue. You know what I'm saying? That's his mitochondria wants to do what you do naturally. You know what I'm saying? Because it really ain't man in the fucking way. It's the fact that that X chromosome wants to be the woman of the house, which he stops and don't want to say woman now. He just want to say head. Nigga, bye. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you want to be the woman of the whole fucking situation. You know what I'm saying? You want to be the mistress of the house, the head bitch running shit, really. That's your X talking. That's your X chromosome. That's your mama. That's your one X, your mama talking. But motherfucker, I got mothers all in my motherfucking ass, and the shit ain't happening. Yet we let the mother in him, the mitochondria in him do it, and it's still a half-ass fucking situation. Yes or no? It's still a half-ass situation, right? It still goes to shit. That's the truth. It still goes to fucking shit. This one half bitch. You know what I'm saying? It still goes to shit because that's a half of a hoe. That ain't a whole goddamn woman. That ain't a full XX chromosome female. I'm telling you. So it's for him to really know his place. Man didn't know for a long time what the fuck that X was really about inside his ass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm still trying to get man to wake up and see that X for a reason. You got to see that X. You know what I'm saying? You got to understand that you want to be Nicoleone, which means up front, in leadership, in power, because of that X. But your girl got two X's. So you have to put that one X in check, nigga. Okay? That's what it is, for real. That's what they want. You know what I'm saying? They want their time to fucking shine as a 1X. That's why he has to continue to keep that part of him and only let the mitochondrial DNA in him give energy to his cells. You understand? To keep the cells thriving, all right? To keep the pineal gland working and all that fucking shit and put that X in check in that motherfucker when he wants to be Nicoleone. You understand? When he wants to be up front in leadership and in power. Because it's impossible. You know what I'm saying? So that's your X talking, which you got a broken X with it, but you're not the double X. So that's the bitch in you talking. That's all that is. That's the bitch in you talking. And we know every time we, boom, step back and let that one bitch in that motherfucker do it, it's a half-ass job. They can't do it. They can't do it. You know what I'm saying? For real, they can't do it. They can't do it. They can assist you with the bitch in him. He can assist you in doing it and helping and making it motherfucking run real good. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? But that's it. But when you step out of your fucking circle and square, all hell goes loose. You know what I'm saying? All hell break loose. You don't even want to be in the house with this nigga and them fucking kids. You hide yourself in a fucking room, man. That shit, that'd be crazy than a motherfucker. And you got to start all over again every fucking day. Every fucking day. You know what I'm saying? Listen, That's what all of them. I'm telling you that. Caucasian bitches, XY hoes, and Jew XY hoes, and goddamn black man, his XY hoe ass. It's all of them. I done been a little bit of everywhere, and I always can tell when the X in men runs the home, and when the X in men runs the relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell you why. Because it looks unhealthy. For real, it looks unkept. You know what I'm saying? That's how I can always tell. While looking at myself, when I let this XY nigga run this shit, the bitch in him, we all looked unkept. The home looked unkept. Can't be the head, motherfucker, if you can't keep the house and the children and the other bitches in your life up to, you know what I'm saying, up to par. You understand? So it all looks like shit. It looks like we in poverty. Looks, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to handle all that. You can't be the head, baby, if you can't handle. You cannot be up front in leadership if you can't, you know what I'm saying, if you can't keep everything, you know what I'm saying, looking flawless around this bitch. You know? So man, or this old half-ass hoe, figured out some words that'll trick your ass into doing this work that the head of the motherfucking house, that the upfront and leadership and the power ass motherfucker's supposed to be doing. So they tricked your ass and just said, bitch, a woman is only supposed to be cooking and cleaning and caring for the house. Tricked you. No, the head of that motherfucker's supposed to be doing that. And running this motherfucker smooth, nothing looks unkept, nothing ain't unclean around this motherfucker, everything right and exact. But it's a trick. Trick the bitch to think that is her place. No, that's your place. You want to be the X in the relationship. You want to be upfront in leadership and in power. You know what I'm saying? You want to run the fucking house, run everybody in the motherfucker, but you gonna give me the part where you suck at completely, and that's making sure it's a well-oiled fucking machine coming through this motherfucker. That shit don't go that way. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like tricking an employee, the supervisor tricking the employee to do his job because all it was concerned about is the title. And there's a lot of supervisors and managers out there only concerned about having a title, but putting the responsibility on the motherfucker that they think in their head is less than them. If I'm less than you, why are you giving me the responsibility? If you think I'm less than you, then why would you give something less than you the responsibility? You know what I'm saying? If you are all that, you know what I'm saying? Then you have the ability to respond. That which is upfront in leadership and power can do it all. You know what I'm saying? For its creation, for its partnership, for its everything. But for man to say that you're less than them, why are you giving us the responsibility that you have? You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something. Anybody less than me, there's no way I'm calling on you. Okay? There's no way I'm calling on you to do my fucking head position. All right? You got me? There's no way. You don't make it up to CEO, you know what I'm saying, without being a motherfucking bottom worker first. You know what I'm saying? Did y'all know that? You have to work your way to the top. So how the fuck you end up the head and you ain't even worked your way to the top to become the fucking head? You understand? How you gonna be upfront in leadership and in power and shit if you ain't even started at the bottom to work your way to the top? Y'all are putting this old half-ass hoe in position, and the motherfucker don't even know how to fucking clean a stove. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucker don't even know how to fuck you right. You know what I'm saying? P-Funk, the motherfucker don't even know how. You leave, that shit goes to shit. Did you know that? You leave, that's the end of that corporation. The motherfuckers that's really keeping it going. But the point I'm making is, you don't be a CEO without having to work your way up to become the chief executive order. Okay? You just got these dumbass bitches appointing you CEO, head of her relationship, head of her father. I don't even know how the fuck you gonna be a father and you ain't never been a father before. You don't get that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't just automatically be a father, motherfucker, because you done got some bitch pregnant. You gotta work your way up to that title, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You're really not a father, motherfucker, until you goddamn been fathering as what they call a vet in the game for at least 20 goddamn years. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no father yet. So you still got no stars under your belt, but we give these niggas our stars. You know what I'm saying? But in this real world, if you think business-minded sisters, you know damn well that nigga can't run you. That nigga can't be the head of a goddamn thing. He has to work his way up. And if he was taught these things by the X chromosome in that motherfucker, and you already got 2 X's in your ass, so goddamn it, you could tell it's going to be a great partnership, whether it's relationship or business. You know what I'm saying? Depending on, for real, depending on, you know what I'm saying, what he learned as a apprentice or a child and growing into manhood by 13. You know what I'm saying? Going into 18 or 21 or 28, you understand? And on and on. You know what I'm saying? You'll find that out. And of course, it is no separation between the two. It's now cooperation. You know what I'm saying? You know your place, I know mine. You know what I'm saying? This is how it's got to be. But the woman rules at the end of the fucking day. I don't give a shit. The real one. The one with the 2 X's, excuse me. If I say the real one, you get confused. So let me say science. The one with the 2 X's. You know what I'm saying? Whether she can get it, whether she already have it. You know what I'm saying? But your job is to just sit back and watch this bitch, and eventually she'll get the ball running properly. You know what I'm saying? We let men, it's women that that let man for 50 years govern everything. You understand? For real. Govern everything. Let the XY chick govern everything. Right? And still on step 1. Haven't gotten anywhere. You hear me? Haven't gotten anywhere. It's other women who let the XY chick governs and realize naturally, oh, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. This ain't gonna work. So this become a conflict between the 2 bitches in the relationship. You know what I'm saying? For real. This become a conflict between the 2 bitches because this chick, this XX, let the XY, and she realized this shit ain't working. Let me goddamn do this shit. That's when the conflict becomes with 2 bitches bitching in the fucking house. You know what I'm saying? It's making her miserable. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. An XY bitch could never be miserable. For real. An XY bitch could never be miserable in the fucking home with an XX chick. Could never be. It's only the XX chick that feels death in the home, that feels misery in that motherfucker. Okay? That's only by letting the XY chick take the lead. This is truth. Feel something is missing. Feel there's a void, for real. You know, and goes into darkness, hides herself, miserable than a motherfucker, because it's making her sick because she's not in front in leadership and in power. And the energy of the XY chick changed the whole feng shui. You know what I'm saying? The natural order of the universe coming to assist them, all types of shit. You know what I'm saying? It stops. That's true. It stops. This is true. If you watch it, it stops. Nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? And so it's total fucking misery. That's why I said, I don't know why they lying to you, telling you motherfuckers that it's about both parties being happy. An XY bitch don't need happiness. Okay? An XY chick that motherfucker don't need happiness. It's the bitch in him that want to be happy. If the bitch in him that want to be happy and need the mothers of your mothers and mothers' mothers in you to make you happy, you don't need that bitch to make that XY bitch happy. Because it ain't about happy, bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's why man needs to put that X in check. It ain't about how you feel. You know what I'm saying? It's not about all that. You know what I'm saying? It's all scientific information, nigga. It's all intellect. It's all upper chamber, not lower chamber, not your abdominal brain. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. You got a full, absolute double X in your fucking life, yet you vibrate on your own selfish frequency with your double X. That makes no sense. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's there to assist her or the half hoe, half bitch, whatever fuck it is there to assist her to make sure, right, that he's protecting her mental and her spiritual. That's it. Do that. Stick it out the way. But, you know, they still trying to figure out why the black community ain't got no man in the house. That's your answer. Because that man has a bitch in him. And the bitch, that one ex, we tried that and the shit didn't work. You know what I'm saying? It's fighting to be the head bitch running shit. So it didn't work. For real, it don't work. And some truthful XY chick will tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? You can't run everything. You know what I'm saying? You can't run everything. Like, you know what I'm talking about? You can't have it all. You can't have what you want. That's a jealous bitch talking. You got to study the man's mother. This is another reason why we wanted to meet his mother. You know what I'm saying? And his mother's mothers. But Mr. White Man did a good job of killing our 4 generations of mothers. So there was a time, though, Miss Sonny, there was a time where we were able to see all 4 generations of the male's mother, the great-great-grandmother, the great-grandmother, the grandmother, and his mother. So it's very difficult to know what type of X is really in this nigga. You got me? So just by wanting to meet his mother, that's why we wanted to meet his mother. We wanted to know the mother so we'll know the bitch that's in him. And to meet his grandmother, we'll know that where the bitch in him got it from. And his great-grandmother will know that. That was why it was most importantly to have to be known that we knew the mothers of this XY nigga. So then we'll know what type of characteristics, actions, and attributes will come out this motherfucker, because it ain't your dad, it's your goddamn mama talking. You know what I'm saying? It ain't your dad, it's your mama talking. You know what I'm saying? That's where that shit comes from. It's not the Y talking, it's the X talking. That's why we wanted to. It was important that, not that the mother approve us, because we don't give a fuck about the mama like that. It was for us to see the X in him. You understand? So man perverted that visitation and made it seem like my mother has to approve you. No, nigga. Before you was a nut in your daddy's dick, we was using your X chromosome, your mother, to figure out who the fuck you really are. Which is why we needed to meet your mom. We need to see the bitch in you and how she acts, how she lives her every day. You know what I'm saying? That's why we needed to connect to the X in you, okay? And we needed to see her. It had nothing to do with this bitch approving us or giving us a goddamn thumbs up. She likes us, marry the bitch. No, because I'll be marrying the bitch in you, motherfucker. So I need to see the bitch that gave you her X chromosome. That's what I need to fucking see. Okay? Now, here's the problem here. Okay? Because I'm going through this problem right now. Okay? Scientific problem. And I like scientific problems. You ready for this problem? If his mother dominated, if his mother is up front in leadership, the real mama, the ex mama, that's what that nigga is going to be fighting for. You hear me? With you. Okay? If his mother was submissive, you understand? Never led the way, never led the charge. You understand? Never found the place to stay, and nigga, you coming with me. Them boys' daddy. Never ran that fucking man. You will run the bitch in him. You hear me? It's easier for him to submit to you because his mother submitted and was not upfront in leadership. She gave over her divinity and let the Y run it. He would naturally be submissive to you. This is where y'all get the so-called good man from, or the agreeable man, because his mother was agreeable. You hear me? So it's the X in him. All depends. So my situation is my son has my dominating fucking X chromosome. When I tell you that this nigga want to run everything, you hear me? And the chicks in his life, I listen to what they are, the XX in them, and they tell me about their mother. You hear me? Can y'all follow me? Right? Their mother allowed men to run amok. Right? But that's their X chromosome. Right? But my son's mother don't play that shit. Okay? My grandmother didn't play that shit. You got me? Everybody clear? So with this relationship that he's coming across with these chicks, their X chromosomes are very submissive. You understand? His X chromosome is dominating like a motherfucker. Everybody clear? You got it? So what I'm saying is that becomes a problem. Okay? So even if, and I said this a long time ago, his mother's mitochondria DNA could outdo your double X like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know why man likes to dominate. Man cannot dominate. He's not using the recessive Y. He's using the dominating 1X on your ass. That 1X goes all the way back to not go back to that 1X go to 2X. And the 2X go back to 2 more X's. And the 2 more X's in that motherfucker. So he actually comes from, this particular male, actually comes from a line of dominating as what they like to call masculine women, not feminine. Because man put the words of feminine meaning soft, weak, girly, right? But it's an energy. Right? And man puts the attributes of masculine, strong, hard, built to last, and all that fucking shit. And we know that actually the feminine energy always existed. There's no way something recessive can exist. It had to be dominating. You know what I'm saying? For it to be carried on all throughout the universe. The DNA is of the XX, right? Which they like to say the feminine energy. All throughout all planets, you'll find the XX there. Okay? You understand? The XX is the only thing that literally controls the whole fucking body. The Y don't do a goddamn thing other than decides a gender. You know what I'm saying? That's why nigga would always want to use this as an argument. Well, man decides the gender. There's no such thing as man. You are an X and a broken X. Right? So you still have 2.8% genetic material of the X chromosome, which is a female, which is a she, not a he. There's no such thing as a he, right? But they like to say man decides the gender. That's the only thing they like to give themselves credit for. No, because there's no such thing as a fucking man. And I'm going to repeat this again. You are a X and a broken X. So it's still all she deciding the gender. To differentiate between who's who on the planet, they just like to call you a he and her a she, but you are indeed a she, he, for differentiation purposes. And you, males, the she, only can decide a gender, which means she decides the gender, because you're not actually a fucking man. I'm sick of fucking trying to tell man or tell this one half bitch that you're not a fucking man. They made that shit up. Okay? They made that, for real, they made that shit up. So anyway, so back to the dominating mitochondria DNA that his mother is, okay, right? And passed on from her to her mother. This is where it becomes that's why it was. That's why when they said mating mentally, it'll be a little bit different than mating physically. So we got all these domineering XY chromosomes, right? Which their mother is domineering. You understand? It dominates. You got it? And so it's impossible to be in a relationship with a dominating motherfucker. Now they have it written off that dominating people, and I'm using this for a reason, are narcissistic ass motherfuckers. Okay? And they like to say mostly in what? Men, right? That's his mama. So if we really look at this shit really good and ask a motherfucker about his mama, do you know your grandmama? What your grandmama was doing? What your grandmama into? What this is that and the third? What your mama do? What your mama been doing? This that and the third and all of that, because all of this is his X chromosome. You'll find out that narcissism is actually the female, because there is no such thing as man. Okay? And once you study the mother, don't fuck with the Y chromosome, because that's a half bitch. When you study the mother in this motherfucker's life, you'll understand who and what this half bitch is. Got it? Got it? So that'd be the only issue, which is the reason why they seek to, if their mother was submissive, the male, not the female, right? Another thing could happen, right? And his grandmother, whatever the fuck, was submissive. Another thing could happen is the fact that the ex gonna want to fucking rule at least once in a generation, and may use that boy. It may trigger or unlock the genetic information and where it wants to rule. It's so many different, I don't think y'all understand what I'm trying to say, because it's more science than it is actions. But you pay attention to actions and you'll find out that it was never the Y chromosome, but even though that's two X's, just one crippled, that it wants to dominate as well. You understand? Or it wants to stay submissive. You get it? You understand? Either way, this is what the issue is, Iwana. So naturally, here's where the retarded bitch fucks up at. Who do you want to dominate? Who do you want to be head of? Who do you want to be in leadership? Who do you want to lead? You know what I'm saying? You understand? You got it? You understand? You feel me? You got to ask this bitch these questions. You know what I'm saying? You want to be head of what? We want to be head of what? Okay? We find, right? For real, this is true. We find after our findings in studying the XY behavior, right? that it wants to rule you. And it wants to rule the house that you're in. It wants to rule all of that type of shit, right? Got it. No problem. I understand. That's the bitch in you talking. Because man knows that he can't rule shit. The broken X is a semi-ruler, is a recessive ruler, is a recessive dominating, you know what I'm saying, less dominant than the X is next to, okay? So, here is where the issue come in at. Man believes he's a man, though, right? But the truth is, by his actions, that X and that Y is an X. It's a fucking it's a woman. It's a mother just like you. It just can't do a lot of shit. It is a female up front, wants to be in leadership and power just like you. Now, here is where I always say, been saying this shit now for about 6-7 months now. Here's where he has an identity crisis. He doesn't know whether to be the half bitch or the 1.5 bitch or just this fictitious entity called a man. That's why I say he's gender confused, because really he's one gender and don't know it. But he's in a fictitious mind fucking coma that thinks that man is different from female because he's not sure about this XY situation he has, right? So man is put in the fictitious arena as that it should rule. Well, knowing these truths, that he's an X and 2.8% X, which looks like a Y, he should make an intelligent decision, right? Just like we do. Don't we make this decision? I want my own shit. I'm leaving you. Right? Because he's an X and a half X. But he doesn't make that decision intellectually, right? He doesn't make that decision. He doesn't be like, you know what, bitch, I want to run. I want to rule. I want to rule the house. You know what I'm saying? I want to rule the children. You know what I'm saying? I want to do this. So I want my own shit. Because I sometimes be wanting to move the furniture the way I want it to be moved. I sometimes want to bring in something that I think that make the house looks good, and I can't bring it in. But see, this would happen to us as an XX female talking to the XY female, right? So what do we XX bitches do? We leave you. We leave you because we want our own shit. We won't be able, for real, this is the truth. We leave your ass, right? So why don't you leave us, right? Why don't you leave us? And then tell all your XY friends you left us because you wasn't able to make changes in the house or make changes with the children because you weren't able to do what you wanted to do in this motherfucker. So I left the bitch, the XX bitch, so that I can be the bitch and do my own thing. You know, I want it a certain way. I want it this way. And she don't want it that way. And all of that. So, yeah, but that never happens, right? Right, P-Funk? It never fucking happens. So I bring this shit up simply to say this for real. Right? Because he'll never say that. He'll never say, well, I wanted a blue couch and she wouldn't let me get a blue couch. She wanted a purple couch in the fucking living room and shit. And I'm just not happy here. So you could tell that when they reduced the X, right, and took out the 2.8% genetic material, right, that was for this half X, Y bitch to have at least some common sense, right? Same way a child knows that's their mama. This is my mama house. You feel me? It's my mama house. Child knows that shit, right? And he also supposed to know, right? Or this half-ass chick bitch. I don't just fucking, because I can't say man because man is an illusion. There's no such thing as that shit. That he is supposed to submit to the greatest, to the 2X, for real. regardless if his mom is a dominating bitch. You know what I'm saying? We naturally leave. You know that, right? Because this chick, unnaturally wants to rule her. He don't want to rule him. He wants to, you know what I'm saying? It's no fun in ruling, it's no fun in dominating, a half-ass hoe. You know what I'm saying? It's no fun in trying to control a half-ass hoe. You know what I'm saying? A 1.5. 1 X and a half an X-ass motherfucker. It's no fun in that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's no challenge in it. You understand? So the dominating mitochondrial DNA, which lacks intelligent material because of the Y, that's why he never leaves. You know what I'm saying? So we leave him and leave him in the house that he wants to dominate. I would tell y'all, leave. Leave him in the house that he wants to dominate and see what happens. It becomes filthy, it becomes broken, it becomes dark, it becomes nasty, it becomes unkept, but he still gets to finally, like, I ain't got to hear this bitch mouth. I'm going to bring this in, that in, this in, that in, this in, and it becomes fucking unlivable, uninhabitable conditions. Now, why is that? Because of what he was taught by man, not by his mother. You understand? Not by the X chromosome, by the external outformation going in. You understand? So this is why a lot of bitches vowed to never step foot back in this XY home because it's unlivable. You understand? So they would tell man back in the days, you need to get a woman, right? They'll tell this XY bitch, you need to get a real fucking woman in this bitch. When he gets the real woman in this bitch, the XX, he brutally turns her into a slave, put her in bondage, you know what I'm saying, and have her slave over this shit in miserable slave mentality conditions. And that's not what it was for. And eventually, the slave bitch leaves. So it doesn't matter. She can be a submissive bitch or a dominating bitch. At the end of the day, the real bitch gonna get the fuck away from a 1X bitch. Okay? 1.5X bitch. Anyway, the conflicting thing is not dealing with us. They say women are too emotional. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? No, fuck, we're not. We're two X's. You know what I'm saying? You're the one that is the emotional motherfucker. You're the half-X bitch that triggered something that we don't even know we had in us, motherfucker, and it's called tears. The fuck am I? And then what do we say? What do we start saying to ourselves? The fuck I'm doing crying over this piece of shit? What the fuck I'm doing? This will be the last tear I fucking drop, right? Because I know where in hell it's supposed to be like this, right? You got it? An emotional relationship is two bitches. One is confused gender, okay? You want to be a man by way of what Hollywood said man is. But the XY is a woman in you. You know what I'm saying? And you have to make an intelligent decision which you gonna be. The fucking Hollywood man or the goddamn bitch in you. The X in you. Because the Y is still an X. You know what I'm saying? So they painted this picture of man to throw off the fact that he can actually live up to this type of shit. But it's impossible because you got two X's and one is just broken the fuck off. There is no such thing as man. I want you to get that in your head first. There's no such thing. We're dealing with chromosomes, sir. Okay? We're not dealing with your dick. We're not dealing with your non-active titties that doesn't secrete milk. We're not dealing with any of that. We're dealing with the mitochondria DNA. You have an X mitochondria and your Y, which throws you the fuck off, is still the X. It's just 2.8% less. of itself. So, we're not emotional. Okay? We only get emotional when we're confused about what we're looking at, Neff, in the relationship. Okay? Because I'm looking, what man taught me is that you're a man. And I'm only getting emotional because why am I having this conversation? What I think is a man, but it feels like I'm arguing with a fucking woman and it's hurting the shit out of me right now. It's like, what the fuck is this? And we get more confused, which is why it was more important that we get into science and biology and chemistry first. So then we'll know exactly what we're looking at. So, which is why most women lack the knowledge of knowing what the fuck it is, and it makes us cry. I cried many times in the presence of an XY bitch because I'm confused. You know what I'm saying? I'm emotionally fucking confused. I'm saying to myself, you a fucking man. Why the fuck am I having this conversation with you? Why the fuck are we arguing? Why the fuck is this not even supposed to go this goddamn way? The fuck? And at that time, bitch, I lacked knowledge of the X chromosome in that nigga. And didn't even know shit about a Y in that motherfucker. And the Y is actually a fucking X. At that time, hell yeah, it's like emotional than a motherfucker because I'm trying to figure out why the fuck are we going at it? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? This shit hurt like a motherfucker. And then you get a little bit of it, goddamn, you find out that an X is a Y, motherfucker. A Y is an X, and by this time, ain't shit a goddamn one half bitch could say to you ever again. And now you have to tell that one half bitch like you tell your fucking kids. I'm not going there with you. We're not gonna argue about that shit, motherfucker. You can get the fuck out of my face with that shit. I'm not doing that. I know what the fuck you are. No, we're not gonna have a sit down of emotional sharing either, you bitch. I know what the fuck you are. You don't know what the fuck you are yet. And you are not gonna bring me into your unknowing, to your not knowing thyself ass, and crazy make me and have me fucking emotional again. I know exactly what you are. God damn it. God lied, motherfucker. You's a bitch just like me. The only problem is I believe the same bullshit you believe. That you was a fucking man. Why I became emotional. Why I was crying my eyes out to your dumb ass about your dumb ass. Come to find out you a bitch. That was why we were so fucking confused the whole fucking time. So, the mission is for this XY chick, either be your mama motherfucker or be the man that Hollywood have the whole world believing in. But you have to literally be that shit because ain't no such thing as man. You know what I'm talking about? Man, when they said man come from woman, they're talking about the X. They're talking about the Y coming from the X. Right? That's what they're saying. When they say man comes from woman, they say, well, you know, you hear motherfuckers say every man comes through a woman, comes from a woman. Starting with the chromosome X first is where that motherfucker came from. You understand? Then trickle down to the female body to give this motherfucker an X and a goddamn Y to come on through the bitch triple darkness womb. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? Taken from a woman to create the fucking Y. Right? Given to a woman to birth the Y and the X. You understand? That's your origin. Man has to, or this bitch, half asshole, has to constantly remind itself now of the same thing that Noble Drew Ali, this XY ass bitch, says to its kind. Before you speak to her, the XX, remind yourself of your own ignorance before you open your mouth to her. So this is why they had to civilize or try to raise men up, the XY, to become the spiritual mother, not the physical half-ass, harlot, hoe, dumb bitch he is. This is why all these XY hoes throughout 25,000 years and 250 years had to teach these bitches what the fuck it is. You understand? This is why those schools were set up. Had nothing to do with us. Take me right back to the original motherfucking statement. It was for a sophisticated, a highly intelligent species of XY bitches to educate and to raise up the XY dumb bitches. Eventually, the shit got lost in the sauce. You understand? Try to bring this bitch up, okay? Trying to help this bitch up, okay? Tried to help their daddy. Tried to help their daddy. Tried to help their daddy, whatever the fuck they think, their father's father. And here's where we are now. Still, no esotericism, none whatsoever. No raising up, none whatsoever. Okay? Gender confused, this bitch will forever be. You're no different than a dyke that thinks she's a man. You are a dyke that thinks you're a man too, and there's no such thing as a fucking man. It's always, you have to raise up and teach the less fortunate. Yes or no, Neff? Yes or no? You have to teach the retarded ones. You have to teach the slow motherfuckers. You understand? You have to set up schools for the recessive motherfuckers. Okay? You hear me? It had nothing to do with us. You got me? When Abraham, Moses, Abraham, right? They sent Abraham, right, to raise up these sick, nasty, fucking XY bitches in caucus color. You understand? Because it was all about man. The Chinese man, the white man, the black man. You understand? Nothing about the fucking female. Right? And raise them up so that they can be on their feet, these half-ass bitches. They set up schools for half-ass bitches and call them man. To differentiate that it's the man that needs to be raised up, right? Set up the lodges. It's the man, whether it's the black man, white man, Jew man, don't matter, has to be raised up. But that man that they're talking about now is an XY, which is an X with 2.8 genetic material.
Yes.
Because that's the one that everybody needs to focus on. Okay? And get this motherfucker up, just because it may be lacking 2.8% material of an X chromosome, we can still teach him the other 2.8% of the X chromosome. Got it? We can indoctrinate this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He can learn to be upright. He can learn to have nobility. He can learn to be trustworthy. He can learn. We can teach this motherfucker this shit. This bitch here. This retarded bitch. This special educated asshole.
Yes.
Okay? That's all it was. And you find out that an apprentice was called a lady in training. Because that's exactly what the fuck you are. You just don't know it. A boy name originally was girl, because that's exactly what the fuck you are. They made up boy once again to differentiate that you're nothing like the XX chromosome. You can become the XX chromosome only if you take our higher esoteric greater mysteries schools. You can actually be in that image and after that likeness with the pure intellect of it. That's why it was all sent here for them. This is just more information about it. You understand? That's why it was about it. Okay? So Abraham went to him, cleaned him up, schooled him a little bit. The Moors went to him, cleaned him up, schooled him a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Their own kind, they went to their own kind, schooled them up. All of that shit is the mother doctrine, the mother school, the mitochondria DNA school. All of it has always been that. To give them at least 2.8% of what they're lacking. And you look at it, you round off 2.8, you get your 3 degrees. You get your 3 degrees right there, baby. And that should help a little bit. So, now you know, man, it makes you not even interested in one of them motherfuckers when you know the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like when some of y'all watch the documentary on cows and meat and shit, y'all was done with that shit. Like once you know the truth, man, you don't even want to go back to that shit. What was that documentary people saw now? And they was like, that was the last time they ever put some shit like that in their mouth about the cows or the milk or some old shit. Yeah, when you see the fucking truth, when you know the truth, when they walk you through that motherfucker, you ain't gonna be interested again. You know what I'm saying? When you know exactly what the fuck that shit really is, you don't even want it inside you. You know what I'm saying? When you know what the fuck you got, you don't want what somebody else has. Yes or no? So when they even told you motherfuckers that you were actually fucking, you have the Bartholin gland, which you were producing on your own. Some of you bitches was like, I'm going to work on activating that gland and have my own child. It's when you know. That's why you perish for a lack of knowledge. It's about knowing. You see the whole shit different. You see everything different. You understand? You see it with real eyes. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, their eyes was open and they knew good and evil. They knew both. It's a big difference. I need to get this 1/2 bitch to see it. 1.5 bitch. I need to get this hoe to fucking see this shit now. Okay? So then that hoe will stop complaining on social media why bitches ain't got no nigga in their fucking life. Because we all the woman we need. That's why. That's why. And scientifically, this is a confused woman. But want us to be the confused bitch. How the fuck if we only get confused with your ass? We are only confused because this old sick, diabolical motherfucker taught me a thing called a fucking man and come to find out it ain't none. You know what I'm saying?
90 seconds.
Come to find out it ain't none. That's why the fuck I've been confused my whole time. A man talking to me this goddamn way, like you gotta be. That's why I said in the tablet, the male counterpart, the male will always be jealous of his female counterpart, of the female counterpart. Now it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? You was a jealous 1.5 woman.
60 seconds.
Of a woman, just like homosexuals are jealous of women. Transgender bitches are jealous of because basically they're jealous of us. Period. You know what I'm saying? But there's schools for you jealous ass motherfuckers. It's called the Blue Lodge, the Red Lodge, the Scottish Rites, the Boy Scouts of a fucking America, all this shit for you motherfuckers, so that you can be comfortable in a woman's body that doesn't work. Because the nigga's in a woman's body that doesn't work. He's walking around in a female's body that doesn't
10 seconds
work properly. So shit. But that shit for y'all. That shit for you like a motherfucker, man. I'm telling you, man, when your eyes are open, man, that's why I'll be like, man, a nigga better not try me. A goddamn dyke bitch, you better not try me. You old confused gender nigga, you better not. You nigga, I know too much now. You got the boy, you better watch your fucking mouth, bitch. You know what I'm saying? You better watch your mouth. You incomplete woman. Come to find out, man is the incomplete woman. How come we feel whole and complete when we leave this dyke bitch?
Right now.
And he just shrinks, just drops this fucking sliced into pieces, and we walk away whole like a mother. We feel we become whole again. So that's a damn lie that a woman ain't whole or a woman ain't complete until she's in the arms of a man that she trusts or loves or some old shit. That's bullshit. Nigga, life trumps the bullshit come out your motherfucking mouth. Experience will trump that bullshit. You know what I'm saying now? We know that's not true. For some reason, I'm lost. I'm broken now. The fuck just happened here?
Right.
I'm complete as soon as I leave this confused dyke bitch. I'm back whole again. I'm in pieces when I'm with this old goddamn XY asshole.
They said we find ourselves again.
Hell yeah, exactly. What the fuck it is? What the fuck? That's a lie. Jealous bitch. You know what I'm saying? Don't want you to get no vitamin D from the sun. You know what I'm saying? Don't want you to have no time for yourself and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's happening? Go to school. Take your ass to retarded school and learn some shit. Go back. So all these doctrines, all these schools of higher learning and shit, these orders set up for these bitches was for them to be confident in themselves. We didn't have shit. There was nothing for us. We didn't need to go to school to be confident. We didn't need to. We didn't need a lie to tell us that, you know, the triad is God, man, and woman. Woman can't get to God unless you go through man. That's for man to boost this dyke bitch confidence up, to make it feel good, because genetically it knows it's less than a woman. Genetically it knows that. You understand? Scientifically it knows that. So it had to create lies, deception, to make this retarded bitch feel better. But in order to make someone feel better, you got to down somebody else. You know that? You got to down somebody else. If your child comes home crying that a motherfucker's picking on them, your job is to make that motherfucker feel better by downing the motherfucker that's picking on them. It doesn't make it the truth, but it's only to make that motherfucker feel better. So what they did was, to make man feel better, they downed the double X, the real woman, okay? And this is what's been going on all the way up to today. They down the real woman, don't they? Man ain't downing these tranny niggas. They still downing your ass. The real woman. The real woman can't wear a dress. The real woman can't put on no makeup. The real woman can't go outside looking like that. The real woman is still disgusting. You understand? The real woman, they still down the real woman to make themselves feel good and each other. You understand? Always have. When religion came, they downed the real woman. This is what man felt more comfortable in religion. That's why a lot of them didn't want to go to those higher classes, to the higher schools, to the greater schools now, the mystery schools, because that's too much y'all female. You're sick of hearing about the bitch.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That's too much he'll have to do. Religion, you ain't got to do shit. You know what I'm saying? Religion don't get you to look at yourself. In the greater mysteries, in the greater schools, you have to take a look at yourself.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Got to.
You have to take a look at yourself. Yes. So in religion, it's all about looking at the fucking woman. You know what I'm saying? Looking down upon her. Because that's where man feels comfortable at. But the truth is in the Wapu. Where this bitch don't want to know the truth. Because then it has to see itself as less than her. You know what I'm saying? And be okay with that shit. You know what I'm saying? The truth hurts, right? And Nan nigga was hurt by the saying, you are God's. Man, this jealous bitch was hurt when they found out that the real XX chromosome was God. Now, this jealous bitch got hurt. You know the truth when this jealous bitch get hurt. You know the lie when it makes a jealous bitch feel good. You understand? You know it's a lie. If a jealous bitch feel good about it, you know that's a lie. You hear me? That's how you can always know what the truth is, by paying attention to this jealous XY chromosome. You understand? If it accepts the truth, it moves and operates different. If it ducks when the truth thrown at this hoe, it moves and operates the opposite. It does the same shit. Just watch man. Study this bitch. You'll see. You know what I'm saying? You'll see. You see it all. You know what I'm saying? That's why it was for her. It was for her. She's the retarded one. You know what I'm saying? She's the retarded one. And and remember, it had to even teach man, this bitch, about brotherly love. You know why? You know what I'm saying? By watching us. You know, we will dash out the fucking house for a damsel in distress, for one of ours. You hear me? We naturally do that shit. Absolutely. You could be sucking on a nigga dick and the phone rings and it's a female crying. You're going to spit that dick out your fucking mouth, go in another room and help this bitch. It was all based on the mother principles. All based on how she operates. And man this half-hoe had to learn how to do that for its retarded kind. Okay? Because let me ask you a question. Have you ever seen a retarded motherfucker look out for a retarded motherfucker? No. Well, when they go into these lodges, they teach retarded motherfuckers how to look out for retarded motherfuckers. How to be there for a retarded motherfucker. Be there for your kind. You know what I'm saying? So you have to teach that shit to retarded motherfuckers. A motherfucker that's not retarded, that's not recessive, that's not missing genetic fucking material, naturally knows that shit. You know what I'm saying? Naturally knows that. When you're listening to Dr. York, he's talking to niggas. Okay? When you're listening to Napoleon, he's talking to niggas. When you're listening to, let's say, all these motivational motherfuckers, he's talking to its retarded kind. You know what I'm saying? All the great retarded motherfuckers. All right? They got more sense than the other retarded motherfuckers. They having this conversation with them now. We just happen to be the XX listening next to this retarded bitch in receiving it because it's naturally ours. That's why we receive it because, oh, no shit, I've been through that. You ever listen to a nigga tell you some shit that he just learned and you just say, nigga, I've been through that. I ain't even had to read a book to hear no shit about that. That shit, because it's all our mother's teaching. It's our mother doctrine. It's our mother reality. It's our motherfucking load. It's all us. That's why we naturally know the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies, like you said, ladies are doctors. The Shriners, all of them is all woman worship. It's all of it. The Pope, all female worship. All of it.
Yep. Yeah, because that's where they get it all from. You know what I'm saying? That's where they get it all from is the mother wisdom. Going back to the holy tablets, and that's what it say. You know, wisdom is rarer than emerald, yet emerald can be found at the grindstone, at the feet of the women as well the grindstone. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. You'll find that a lot of intelligent men or intelligent dykes get their fucking wisdom from their mother.
Absolutely.
And if the father is speaking wisdom, it's actually from his X chromosome in his ass. Ain't no such thing as a fucking wife for real, man. Y'all got to wake the fuck up so we can move on. I would like these retarded bitches to get on our level. Now, keep talking for me, please. Hold up, please.
Absolutely. What do you hear most, y'all? What do we hear? What's the oldest saying we hear most? My mama always said. My grandmama said. I mean, this is what you hear from niggas all the time, men all the time. Do we not? Even these so-called ones that said, my mama always told me. My grandmama told me. They even go to their aunts. They even go to their aunties. But you see, I mean, the proof is in the put in. It's in the put in. This is where they sit and get their wisdom. I know for a fact because I'm raising some ex-wives. And who they come for when it comes to things that they have to know, it ain't him, it's me. And that's a real thing. It's real fucking talk. And so what up, y'all? What's up, people? Nick Bet, Shanae. So this we know. It's proven all around us where that wisdom comes from, who holds it, and how it makes him right, how it makes him upright. And they will fight you on it. They will fight it. But if they ever want to get up off their ass and get up and stand up tall, then they'll revert back to everything they've ever received from woman. Everything. Come on now. Young boys love to be up under their grandmamas. All the time. Hey, I mean, you can hear my son now. He don't leave my side. This is, they know. See, that's what the wild part is. They know that instinctively as youngins, right? They know it instinctively when they're young men, young boys. But then they get around these other niggas that get them off the porch, and then they lose they lose their way.
Yeah, they do. It's my sons.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they do. Oh, that was the dilemma that I'm in. Well, I'm not in a dilemma. I'm just using that shit. But the issue is that my son, that ex and that bitch, make it very difficult for him to explain who the fuck he really is to them. You know what I'm saying? He's only focusing on the full X chromosome and not the Y. And because he knows it, you know what I'm saying? That's a little bit different. He don't know, you know what I'm saying? That's why Prince said, maybe I'm just like my mother, maybe I'm just like my father. This is like, fuck that. I know that I'm a 2.8% of an X and a full X. So he on the phone with this chick, and all hell breaks loose. And he keeps trying to tell this bitch, I am my mama's son. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different. It's just certain fucking things. I am of my mother. He's not the son of man. He's the son of mama. It's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? Because there's no such thing as a son of man any fucking way, right?
Right.
Of course not. The fuck? They made that up.
Yes.
To sell more goddamn lollipops to the retarded gender. Make them feel good. But anyway, the issue is the fact that he's dominating. And he has a hell of a lot more wisdom. Males get their wisdom from their mother, the X chromosome. You know what I'm saying? Remember, all males, even your daddy got a bitch in him. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you hear that wisdom, that's come from the female or the grandmother in him. Okay? You got it? He knows this and trying to explain this shit to this chick, you know what I'm saying? Which makes it very unexplainable. You know, that he gets it all from me. And there is no fucking way, you know what I'm saying, that it's for real. I'm watching an X chromosome dominate two X's. I get to finally watch it, and I'm not the one that's being dominated or trying to. But he's explaining her scientifically in a ghetto way, you know, because you know I need to be like, dude, bruh, I'm trying to tell you some shit, bruh. You ain't fucking listening. Like, in a ghetto way and shit, that it's the dominating mother that I have in me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the wisdom of her is all right and exact. And all I'm trying to do is give this shit to you. Got it?
Yeah.
Right, because somewhere down the line, something happened to the double X. You understand? Something happened to the double X, and the best way I can explain it is the best way Dr. York said it, they lobotomized the bitch. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So these double X chicks walking the earth lack the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You feel me? That's supposed to be transferred on from XX to XX to XX to XX. But they lobotomize that truth in some of these genetic breeds of female. You got it? They lean towards the 2.8% X and not the whole X. The females today, the females of yesterday, and females of yesteryear, some of them. So it's very difficult to convey a message that results in sound right reasoning to an XX chick whose information has been lost through genetics. You got it?
Yes, sir.
Has been lost through the genes, right? And so, and who is this is strange? Who is actually keeping the XX going now? Now I'm telling you, you're gonna find out that it looks like the males.
What do you mean?
The trillion years of fucking knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is look like the X is what they're tapping into and receiving all this, you know what I'm saying? Then the double X. If you'll study it in a minute. When your boys start getting girls, you'll find out that that the X or the bitch in your brother, your bitch in your son is a hell of a lot more wiser than the two bitches that's in the broad he's fucking.
Okay.
It's amazing. Yeah, you're going to start watching that shit. Like, so some genetic material was lost where they clinged on to the 2.8%, the female of the female species of her generation. You know what I'm saying? Rather than the X. With trillions of years of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. In other words, people are supposed to be getting it. It ain't supposed to be hard to fucking explain it. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
You know, unless there's a cutoff in the genes, there's a disconnect in the genetic coding. You understand? Some shit, like they said, some truths are simple truths, right? It changed from simple truths to hard truths. No, it was all simple. Something fucking happened that made all of a sudden that the truth hurts. No, truth was just simple. It never hurted a motherfucker. Truth is truth, period. The simple fucking truth. Why are you feeling some kind of way about it? Then it changed to truth hurts. Who did it hurt? The 1.5 ex bitch. And the ex bitch started feeling it and feeling bad about it. You understand? So when you feel bad about the truth, you cut yourself off for more truth. You understand? When you start feeling sympathy for someone else about the truth, you cut yourself off from the truth. So what I'm saying is a lot of these bitches and bitches of bitches and bitches, descendants of bitches, have cut themselves off from the truth and passed nothing but goddamn being hurt by the truth to the XX. And we are the truth. How can we be hurt by it? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you started feeling bad about the truth. You hear me?
Yes.
And you should never feel bad about the truth. When you feel bad about the truth, it cuts off you passing the truth along to your progeny. You hear me? And so it's missing a lot of truth. And when it hears it, it feels bad about it. But what I'm saying, I'm looking at my son, I'm looking at yours and a few others, only one more like Twanks.
Yeah.
There's a difference. It's passed on. It's not cut the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, y'all conferred the truth over to them. You hear me?
Yes.
The difficulty is conferring the truth over to your XX.
Right. Ain't that, man, that's wild. Yeah.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah.
I'm experiencing it, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, what the fuck happened? Why is there a Generation XX disconnect, but not a Generation XX to an XY? You know what I'm saying?
Like,
why? What the fuck?
Why? Where's that struggle? Where that tension
is a
come
1/2
from?
bitch that can get it. Yeah, my son is a 1/2 bitch that can get it, and my daughter is a whole bitch that can't get it. The fuck? What the hell just happened here?
It's a struggle, right? Like, why is it? It's ease with him, struggle with her. I'm trying to,
Yeah.
It's a mystery like a motherfucker.
Yeah. And of course our son's gonna go out and strive to reach the other X-axis with the truth, with the knowledge, with the wisdom, with the right action.
Right.
That's amazing. Right?
Absolutely.
When you start watching that shit, this is how males became leaders. Because they studied at the feet of a master teacher and watched the life of the master, which is the master X chromosome.
Wow. That's it right there, Don. That's it. I was literally having this conversation with little D about control, like domination. Why am I domineering? Why is his sister domineering? Like we have, the natural need to control. This is how we're wired. I was just breaking that down to him yesterday because all three of us were in this heated little argument about a particular thing, and so but he got it.
Argument with the children, man, because that should be the best debates ever. You get to see how they wit works.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
How you have to outwit them and shit. It's like fucking cool. It's like fucking awesome.
I'm in the middle, she to the right, he to my left, and we just, it's wild.
I love that shit.
Yeah, he did. He got it. He caught it because he came back to me later on in that day, and that's when we started to have that conversation.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's interesting too that naturally the XY was put on the quest for knowledge, and the XX was never put on the quest for knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like for real. Look at us. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this bitch naturally wants to know. You know what I'm saying? They naturally wants to figure this shit out. They naturally wants to know. They just have that. You know what I'm saying? They do.
I agree.
Yeah. It's not like when we were little. It's like, yo, what you thinking about? thinking about being on a quest for knowledge. Like, we ain't interested in that shit. They naturally don't know a goddamn thing. Anybody want to know shit, man. I just want to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Find and learn about it later once I'm in it. We just naturally not learners because we are teachers. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We're naturally not learners. That's why by the time when a man want to get with us, he wants to teach us. Like, man, I ain't interested in that. You know what I'm saying? That's not on my vision board. No, I'm not interested in that.
That's right. That's on my vision board. Real talk.
Yeah, it's not something. Yeah. And it don't matter. The woman can have a lot of intellect and she still don't want to learn shit. You know what I'm saying? She probably want to know all she wants to know, and that's the end of it. Whatever she got is what she got. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know all that shit, man. I don't want to fucking know. We don't naturally yearn for it because it's already in us and it explodes at its own time. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. It's just naturally in us, you know. And I will say this: we will, once we know it, we convey it a hell of a lot better because we live it.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Once we know whatever the fuck it is, we convey it a hell of a lot better. Even if it's bad, better. You know what I'm saying? If we learn something, we can still teach it better than anybody because we lived it. You know what I'm saying? We can do it. It's a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why let me tell you something. The only reason why I want to learn something else is so I can teach it.
I'll follow you, yes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because man suck at teaching. And this is for real. I swear to God on this shit. Sucks at it. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
I'm for real. Man suck at it. For real. I'm telling you. If Dr. York had to write 1,000 goddamn books and do 1,000,000 fucking lectures and these motherfuckers don't get it, I do one fucking show on that shit and they say, thank you, I finally got that shit.
Right.
There's a big difference. Big difference.
I've heard
big
it
difference.
times.
And then he got to put the same shit in a different book. And then the same shit in that book in another different book. And that's too much. Nigga, you could have been done. You should have just taught nothing but women and you ain't had to write nothing. You ain't have to fucking repeat nothing. It would have been gotten quicker. You know what I'm saying? Then the world would be a better place by now.
All right.
Why you put your mother as the matron of the lodge, but you didn't let her teach in the motherfucker? Which is why all the lodges are still fucked up and niggas come out still fucked up and confused. Don't even get how to square off and round off actions. They just say it. Because they wasn't shown it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody got to live it vivid for them motherfuckers. You hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, not somebody just spreading the word. Somebody that's living the fucking word. That is the only ones that can explain it to a goddamn T and everybody get that shit. It's a big fucking difference.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Every man came after a man that came after a man came after a man. What I mean by that, Noble Drew Ali, right, was a student of Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You understand? Clarence Thomas was a student of Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You understand? Malcolm X, a student of Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Yes or no? Okay, yes. Farrakhan, a student of Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Dr. Malachi Z. York, a student of Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Right? You got it? Where the females at? I can't tell you. The moral of the story is, the point I'm making is this, right? All of these went their separate ways and started their own shit using bits and pieces or the foundation of the man that taught them, right? Now, they gathered 1,000,000 men each. I'm just using that as an example. Clarence 13X, Nation of 5%, gathered 1,000,000 men. Malcolm gathered 1,000,000 men, right? Who else I say? Noble Drew Ali gathered 1,000,000 men. Got it? Dr. York gathered 1,000,000 men. Did I miss anybody? Farrakhan gathered 1,000,000 men. Can y'all follow me? Right? Then them men gathered 1,000,000 men saying the same shit. right? That one man came with. You got me? And also adding to it. Why the fuck are all these niggas still confused? Why they still don't know nothing? You got me? They put out a problem book, yet niggas still don't know what the fuck the problem is. They gave them the 19 lessons or the lessons of Honorable Elijah Muhammad and still haven't fucking passed the lessons. You understand what I'm saying now? So let's just say all these men were taught by one motherfucker and they broke off into other shit, other groups of their own, and still we have a bunch of confused fucking men. And their sons being born now is more confused than they are. It lets you know. They say Nuwapu is to convey a message that results in sound right reasoning. Also say that Nuwapu is a female. She has sound right reasoning. This class should be popping up when I go off, when the show ends. You understand? None of them was able to convey a message that results in sound right reasoning. You understand? That's why they keep saying the woman is your first teacher, but they didn't make a distinction on which one. Is it the ex-half-hoe or the real woman, the ex bitch? Okay? So now you got all these Nuwabian men fucked up. The Nation of Islam men are fucked up. You know what I'm saying? The niggas of the Blue Lodge is fucked up. The niggas of the Red Lodge is fucked up. The niggas of Boy Scouts are fucked up. They can't get it the fuck right. Look at a lot of them as your fucking politicians today and they're fucked up. You know what I'm saying? All this shit and they're still fucked up and coming home to fuck you up too. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. They all had pieces of the truth, but the problem is they could not convey it where it results in sound right reasoning, sound right action, sound right wisdom. That's why, Neff, because it comes from a woman, a real one. You know what I'm saying? Some of them are great talkers, they can talk, but niggas get fed in the ears and not in the heart. You understand? You understand? So if it come in your ear, come out your mouth. It doesn't stay in your heart where your whole body and mind and spirit starts to live it vivid. It's a big fucking difference. You hear me? It resonates only in a woman's heart. So if a man tells her something, and it could be diabolical, that shit will go in her heart and she will walk a diabolical walk. You understand? If a man tells her something that's non-diabolical, it will resonate in her heart and she will walk a non-diabolical fucking life. And she will share it and it will convey it to every and anybody in the fucking kids. The kids will act like it. The kids will live like it. The neighborhood will live like it. You feel me? Again, that's why they say teach a woman, you teach the world. And it all depends on what you're teaching that bitch. Teach a man, you teach himself. So all these millions of men now that done started with Noble Drew Ali, Clarence 13X, Dr. York, Malcolm X, and Farrakhan, all was right there with Honorable Elijah Muhammad, broke off, got their millions of men, their millions of men, their millions of men. You got it? But it went in their ear and out their mouths. You got it? It goes in their ears and out their mouths, never in their fucking hearts. You want to get to the heart of the people, you have to give it to a woman. That's why they always after the women. To be after the women, you got the fucking kids. You understand? So to give it to the woman is in her heart. Like I said, no matter what it is, you teach that bitch how to suck dick, she gonna teach the whole fucking female species how to suck it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You teach the female woman how to clean off and purify. She'll teach the whole female race and the males how to clean off and purify. Because it stays in her heart. It doesn't go in one ear, out the other. You teach her how to be a good woman, she will be that. You teach him how to be a good man, he's going to goddamn tell everybody how to be one, because it goes in his ear and out his fucking mouth. You teach a woman how a man, you teach a woman what a man is and what a man should be, that shit will resonate in any species, male or female. It stays with them forever. Okay? You hear me? Doesn't matter. Good or bad, it will stay. So who do you corrupt? The woman. Who do you teach purity and neatness to? The woman, because she can use corruption to corrupt everybody. She can use purity and neatness to purify everyone. You understand? That's how that shit works. That's why I really tell y'all, sisters, stop listening to man, because he's corrupt. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it from them no more. That motherfucker will corrupt you, and you will corrupt the children. You will corrupt the ladies across the street from you, and they'll corrupt their household, and this, that, and the third. You want a pure, fucking, undiluted fucking truth. You want a better way of fucking life so that you can give it to your children, other bitches who never had it. But you know what I'm saying? And it stays in their chest. And then they start the fight, the jihad in them. Man knows nothing about the jihad. The battle is always now with the female. You know what I'm saying? Trying to discern the lie from the truth. You know what I'm saying? Should I live defiled for this man now that I know the truth? Or should I break off from this man, right? But still be with the man and teach him how to clean off. She has now choices. Because when she knows she has choices, you know what I'm saying? Do she keep this the way it is, or do she change it all for the better of the motherfuckers in her life as well as her life? You know what I'm saying? Man don't change. It goes in one ear, out the other. So he doesn't have to the Bible. Man, imagination is evil continuously. That nigga will repeat it, but it doesn't go in his heart. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't stay to be like, damn, said man, imagination, I'm a man. He wicked continuously. I got to figure out, goddamn, I got to stop imagining wicked things. They don't have to fucking struggle with that shit, because it goes in their ear and out the other. They can't wait to tell another nigga that shit. You know what I'm saying? Whew. They don't work on the self, because it goes in one ear and out the mouth. That's all this shit is. So even all the EA books, the master book that I'm reading on the Son of Man show, it's beautiful words, ain't it now? Beautiful words for men. Right? A man even put in the goddamn book. Beautiful fucking words. Words that can help man all damn day. You know what I'm saying? But it's interesting when we read the motherfucker, we like, nigga, we been on that. We subdued our little apron, nigga. That's why our thighs go in. We didn't even want the dick. We didn't want to be defiled. We naturally didn't want to be defiled. We naturally never wanted to have sex. That's why our thighs go inward, to protect us. Right? That lets you know that. So it's easy when we stop. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. We didn't have to read a book. We didn't have to hear a goddamn man. You know what I'm saying? It's just, you know what I'm saying? And interesting, we didn't tell nobody until we was really in the hypnotic rhythm of not doing it. You know what I'm saying? We didn't go, day one, no dick, y'all. It's my first day of no dick. Day 7, no dick. I'm not doing sex. It's my 7th day. I'm not having sex. Man will fucking report. And then man has to fucking say it loud. Because remember, it's again in one ear and out the other. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker will be like, day 1, no meat. Day 3, no meat. And then it gets quiet again. You ate the meat, huh? Well, what's your 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8, 9 at? Oh, you quiet now. Oh, fell off again. Gotcha. Takes a minute. Because, nigga, the more you talk about it, the more you let it out your heart. You know what I'm saying? The shit that you really want to clean off from, you got to keep in your heart. You can't speak that shit yet. You ain't a master of this shit yet. You didn't overcome your desires yet, nigga. You know what I'm saying? So you got to let that shit sit in your heart for at least 90 days before you open your fucking mouth. You understand? Thinking you gonna pull this shit off. Keep your mouth closed and let it sit in your heart till you master the lifestyle first. You know what I'm saying? Then open your mouth and say 90 days. Then open your mouth and say a year. Then open your mouth and say 3 years, 5 years. Because now you're building a new fucking man. So you have to stay silent. That's why the first thing in them orders, they have to take an oath of silence. Yes or no, Neff? We ain't never got to take no oath of silence. God damn it. They have to be silent so it can rest in their chest, in their heart, and they start to live it. Yeah. Yeah, they have to. Stop letting it in one ear and opening your fucking mouth, letting it out. Keep it inward so it can reside with you forever. And you'll never forget the truth because it always leads you to the path, to that walk. You know what I'm saying? Because you think with all the shit the man knows, all the shit the man has said, like, why the fuck you haven't done this shit? Because he's talking too fucking much. He letting it out his mouth. And it should be kept in his being so he can live it vivid. That's why that half-hoe got to be quiet. If this half-hoe is on the path of perfection, it has to shut the fuck up and not gossiping about it. It has to live it. You know what I'm saying? It has to be quiet. It has to let it sit. You know what I'm saying? And then he becomes the walking example of Nuwapu, of the truth. You know what I'm saying? Not the talking example. People, you got to understand, the talking throws you off. When a motherfucker, that's why people still get pissed off, right? That motherfucker talked a good game, but wasn't what it was, you know? So you listen to all these black men talking and white men talking and shit. Are they really living it? Is what you should be asking. You don't get fooled by the tongue. You know what I'm saying? The tongue can fool you. The words can fool you. If you ain't learned shit from Yahshua, learn this shit. When it was tempted by Satan, right? Satan tried everything it can. The symbology now, y'all. Satan tried everything. After it fasted for 40 days, 40 nights in the wilderness. Satan tried everything to get that motherfucker to fall, right? One of the things that Satan said to that motherfucker, right? It quoted the truth. You said the shit that Jesus already knew, but Jesus didn't fall for the truth. You hear me? You hear me? He didn't fall for that, or she didn't fall for that bullshit. She said back to that motherfucker, nigga, we know the same shit. That shit ain't gonna work. You talking that shit like I'ma fall for it. I already know that shit. You understand? And nobody paid attention to that part. Now, they always was more like Satan, you know, they only paid attention to the part where Yahshua would say, get thee behind me, Satan. That's it. Right. That's the biggest quote. No, to me, the biggest quote is, motherfucker, we read the same book. So don't come at me. That ain't gonna work. So in other words, it's not about the words, it's about the works. Stop listening to niggas' words. Pay attention to the works. That's the thing. You understand? So all these people that got jammed up, following Pharaoh now, following Polite, because the words, honey, the words captivated their ass. But you got to judge. It never said test the words. It said test the spirit, motherfucker. All right. Remember, man listens with his ears and spit it right the fuck back out. That's where you get repeaters from. But it's not in their heart. And the more their hearts get corrupted by the wrong words, they spill out corruption into the planet. Okay? Because man can get corrupted. Why can man get corrupted now? Why are they so interested in corrupting man? Because he goes after the women and children. That's why.
Absolutely. That is his aim. His number one aim.
Yeah. 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 And corrupt men and send men out to go after the women and children and teach her corruption so it can stay in the heart, and then step back and blame the woman. Remember now, Adam was supposed to tell Eve everything. Everything. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to tell her everything. Right?
Right.
So, that everything simply means, oops, I fucked up. I forgot to tell her that shit. Right? I forgot to tell her that. So, this is where the corruption starts. You know what I'm saying? This is how corruption starts. Right. Right. She left not knowing the truth. Right? It goes in the mouth, in the ear, out the mouth. That's why they want to teach a woman. Whether it's bad or good, they want to teach her that shit because it stays in her heart and it becomes her way. You understand?
Yes.
You know, you got it?
Yeah,
so
I do.
Y'all gotta understand that man is corrupt. The black man is corrupt. The white man is corrupt. I don't give a fuck how Fords paint their ass. They are all fucking corrupt. So corrupt. Like Neff told me the other day that Warren Buffett's wife 40 years ago moved out that fucking house and got her own shit.
Yes.
Right? And he's still in that old ass house in Nebraska.
Yep. But they own since the
understand?
60s, y'all. The fuck?
Yeah.
And he worth billions, hundreds of billions.
And that don't mean a goddamn thing.
Right.
Yeah, that don't mean a goddamn thing when the woman is the first to be raised from the dead. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean shit. You know? Like, you have to be able to, listen, you got to just be careful. You know what I'm saying? That's why we have to protect our cherub when man is talking, protect our heart when man talks. Women are left unprotected listening to these niggas. You know what I'm saying? And boom, she end up doing the most corrupt thing ever. You understand? And the children sees it, and the children does the most corrupt things as well. You know?
Absolutely.
So while the brothers of all eras of life didn't get it, from Honorable Elijah Muhammad all the way to the splinter groups that they opened up and started, and they say they got a whole bunch of master teachers and shit, they all men, because they can't wait to open their mouths and tell you what a man has told them, rather than keep it in their heart so they can live it vivid, walk it through. You understand? That's why. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's hard to do for self and kind. If you keep talking about it. And they're right. It's hard to look after the women and children after you heard that saying. If you keep talking about it, shut the fuck up. Let it go in your ear and resonate in your being. And we will, as a united race of XX and XYs, we will be looking after women and children. But first, the brothers have to fucking listen to it, keep it in their heart, and strive to work towards it. Not open your fucking mouth about it. Because you let it out. That's the sit in man. You know what I'm saying? The more we teach it, now, the more we get it. You understand? Because it stays in our heart the moment we get it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's still there in our hearts. So the more we teach it over and over again, we get it. We learn it. That's why they want her to be the teacher. Teacher of what? Wrongdoings or teachers of right doings, depending on who's giving it to her. You know what I'm saying? Because it's already in our hearts the moment we hear it, the moment what the fuck it is. And we tend to say it and do it and live it. It's a motherfucker, man. You know? Man, brothers, you half-ass bitch. If you really want to strive for perfection, you need to shut the fuck up and let it resonate in your being.
Come on now.
You need to take the doctrine of perfection and keep it to yourself and ride it for days and hours and days, for years, and then they want to know, how did you do it? What it is, not talking about it, because it's going in your ear, out your mouth. Yeah. Not talking about it like you got it. No, you ain't got it. If you got it, you will be living it. Which is another thing too. Now, you know our imagination is more vivid than the female, which is why we can see real good, right? So remember, they kept giving these books to help niggas visualize, but their imagination is evil continuously.
Yes.
Because last thing we visualizing, we are not visualizing no nigga with his pants down. Okay?
For real.
That's nasty. No. Because you can visualize yourself out of a bad situation. You can visualize yourself healthy. You can visualize yourself all that type of shit. They were trying to help the male. You know what I'm saying? And so in the doctrine of replacing a negative thought with a positive thought, that was for the male. As soon as the man got that doctrine, heard it the first time, he went and told a whole bunch of niggas, nigga, go home and practice it first before you open your mouth. Let it sit in your chest first. Let it become your being first. You know what I'm saying? Do that shit first. You know what I'm saying? Don't run and tell it. Keep it to yourself and practice it. It was all about practicing is what they kept trying to give man. Practice this. Don't go run and tell it. You know what I'm saying? Replace a negative thought with a positive. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how it's going to help. You know, no, nigga, before you fucking start running your mouth, get that down pat first. That's what my mama used to tell me all the time. Get that down pat first. Tell me. Get that down pat first. Okay, don't start running your damn mouth about it. Get that down pat first. Do that first. Then you run your mouth about it.
I be feeling like I apply that to life a lot. I'm a big. Remember back in the day, and I used to tell you about when I used to survive in the game, how I used to feel because like I didn't have shit down pat, like I didn't know, so to speak. But you be like, do that shit anyway. You will get it.
Yeah. Do it anyway. You know, talk about it later. Just get it done. Get it done. Quiet. Like my mama say, do that first. Get that down pat. She call it down pat. Get that down pat. Well, brothers, you need to get the esoteric side of yourself, the spiritual side of you, down pat. Stop talking about it. Okay? You heard that? Damn, I love to hear the thunder. Roll of thunder, hear my cry. So, work on that. Y'all been talking too much. Every time your black leader said something to you, you went straight to another motherfucker and told it. Every time you read a book, you went straight to another motherfucker and read the page to it. Let it sit in you so it can reside in you forever. You understand? And you'll be living it way better. In the words of my nigga, Dr. York, I gotta say this and I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. That nigga said, I'm still gonna quote this. That nigga said the worst thing a man could ever have in his fucking life is a bitch that overstands or that understands the Bible or some old shit. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that, or any book or any teachings, because that nigga there is no longer about to be a low-life, cardinal-ass motherfucker. She is now saying, nigga, get in the back fucking seat. That's what she says. Some shit like I added all that too. I got to find that class now. But he says ain't nothing worse than a bitch that knows the fucking laws of the Bible or some shit. And she gonna make that nigga live by it. And she'll never live by it. He know the fucking law and can't live by it. But when that bitch does, that's it. If she gets this shit, motherfucker, your life is considered miserable, is what Dr. York was trying to say. Because you won't be able to run amok no more once she gets this shit. You will no longer be a wild ass of a man once she gets this motherfucker. You hear me? That's what he was saying. That will be hell for a nigga that wants to be reckless and get away with it. If that bitch gets right knowledge, right wisdom, and right understanding.
Yes.
If she gets this shit, if she understands that fucking Bible, you won't be able to run her.
At all. At all.
You won't be able to run amok in that motherfucker. And so just imagine if that bitch got science, if she got biology, if she got chemistry, if she also get right knowledge. She gets all that shit. If she gets all that motherfucker, man, come on now, brother. You gonna really have to square off your actions and round off your deeds, baby. You gonna really have to become that uncut Ashler.
All right.
You gonna really have to perfect and correct yourself and fix yourself. Or leave her for an unperfect Ashler.
All right now.
Leave her for a bitch that's been lobotomized.
The first time I told Daryl about Grimline transmission and started talking that shit, I never forget the look on his face. It was like, what the, like, what the fuck are you talking about? And once I told him what it all leads to, yeah, he was taken aback. And he had to change his behavior when his interaction with him.
Girl, for real.
You know what I'm saying?
For real. That shit, doing that, like I said, with that bitch learned, like that germline transmission woke me up, girl.
Yes. I'll never forget it. I'll never forget those bills on when we learned that. I remember I was sitting at and everything. That's how much it would be. I remember it very well.
See, and if man knew it before us, he wouldn't have never. If I pour down Doc pants right now, that nigga be like, "No, baby, I don't want to poison you with this germline transmission. Your mind is pure. Your actions is perfect. Your emotions is balanced. I don't want to fuck that up. Remember, baby, germline transmission. You don't want this shit. Gotta keep you right, baby. You up front in power and leadership. I cannot give you this germline transmission to fuck up everything." Man doesn't do that, though. Man looks for a virgin to fuck it up. It doesn't say, "Girl, I can't give you this dick. You a virgin. What about your mama? Can I fuck your mama? Because she done had some dick." Like, man don't give a fuck. When he first found out about virginity, that man started roaming the street looking for one so he can fuck it up. Never told a bitch, keep your purity, chick. Keep your purity. Never.
No, go hunting for it.
Never.
Go
hunting for a pure woman.
Yes.
Hunting for a pure. Hunting to defile it.
Man,
Never
I
would
told
say
you that
no.
lyric, shit pissed me off when it said, "Get the car off the lot, less mileage." That shit, that pissed me off. I lived that shit. When a man come get you right out your mama house.
Yeah, baby. Yep, to defile it. Yep, to defile it.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I have not met a man yet that ever told me, "I do not want to defile you." See, you teach a man, you teach a man. Teach the woman, she teach the world. It can save the world, too. She's the only one that can save the world. All she needs is the truth. You know what I'm saying? All she needs is the truth. She can save everybody. That's a beautiful thing about the way they got this whole shit set up. Y'all have an awarding day. Man of the Hour is up next. And see you back on the Don Nicoleone show, man. Today, Tuesday, man. Y'all do something righteous with your life. Y'all have an awarding day. Peace. Won't be no peace yet. Hold up. Peace.
Great show.
Black. What do you?
Radio.